You know we stay collecting, stressing, what's new, what's impressing. How well can this thing move is the question. This is the articulation section. Action figures help cure my depression. Paint apps detail, what's that price at retail? Look at all these poses I complete well. Damn, this thing is moving, anything less is losing. Articulation on this thing, I must say I'm approving. True to me, true to me, true to me, I'm staying true to me. Damn, these action figures all look new to me. Ain't nobody here lying, see, ain't no company buying me. Say I'm chillin', that's fine with me. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Ninja, 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 ninja. Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, toy hunting, it's time to go. Action Force, Valorverse, I'm gonna try to get it first. Ramen toy by Ace, those vehicles we chase. Figure arts we all in, yeah, got McFarlane. Storm, Collectibles, yeah, it's all acceptable. Mythic Legions, got a dragon, see it breathing. Many toys, making noise, got them Necco, we them boys. Jada Toys, always kill it, Jada Toys. Loose, Collector, you know they getting better. Who we finna mention next? Savage Crucible, no less. My effects and Mezco, yeah, I'm screaming let's go. Thickies looking juicy, amazing Yamaguchi. Sesray, got the curves in the best way. Second X, got them curves, that's a death trap, yeah. Too many figures in my life, of course. Damn, got my bank account on life support. I collect, life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Ninja, 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 ninja.
New tooling. Yo, what is going on? Can everybody hear me? How is my audio? Let me bring my help in there. Oh, I see somebody with the thumbs up. Let me bring my help in here. Let's see. Okay.
What's
Can everybody hear me? Is the audio okay? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. Yep.
I can hear you just fine. Wow, look at us doing great.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway.
I just seen the potato masher. I just seen them comment something in the chat. What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. We are just chilling tonight. Yeah, no, I don't really ever have a script to go by. We kind of just run and gun freestyle over here, and that's what makes it fun. That's basically just what makes it fun over here. That's what we do. So tonight I have two special guests in the house. One of the very, very, very few toy tubers. I use that term very loosely. Two of the very few toy tubers that I actually think don't really become someone else when that camera turns on. These are just two down-to-earth guys, and I figured who better to help me with tonight's topic than these two guys, because I feel like they have specialties in 2 different areas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Woody. What's going on, man? So let's bring in the first guy real quick. And I'm sure a lot of people, if you're subscribed to me, I don't know how you're not subscribed to this guy, but let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend himself.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. What's going on?
I love it. I love it.
I get an elaborate intro on your show.
Yes, of course you do, bro. Of course you do, man. This it. That shit is so beautiful. And I noticed it before, but I figured I'll ask you now since we have you on here. Do you remember how you got that cut on your hand?
It depends because I always have cuts on my hands because I have 2 cats.
Did you see it in the video? Did you see which one I was talking about? It's just like a nice line going.
Oh, that was from my gray cat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She don't like being picked up, but I'm like a big idiot. I'm like, I'm gonna pick you up and get you used to it. But it's worked on occasion.
At least you know what it is. So the next guest, I think you know this guy better than anybody else in the toy tubing space. You know, he's kind of edgy at times, but he has a really good heart. You know, that's what matters. He has one of the biggest hearts out there. Let's bring in this other handsome guy right now. I'm not saying that just because he's a part of the Bold Club like me. Let's bring in this handsome guy.
Toygains! Yes! You and me, baby! Toygains! I can't take it anymore! It's Toygains!
Cheers, boys. Yes. My heart is big. My heart is probably bigger than my fucking brain. That's why I'm, flat broke.
That's how you get into trouble.
The best kind.
Ninja. We will get into it. I try to give everyone a chance, and you've met my lovely partner in my own show, so and that's what life's about, giving people chances. Sometimes it works in your favor. What's up, Smudge? Sometimes it fucks you over, but that's what life's about, man. Drinking White Claws, talking toys and tits, and
literally
whatever else comes to our minds.
Yeah, I should have had the drinks ready. I'm sure tonight's gonna get a little reckless, but it's okay.
When you fuckers throw me, like when we do the Thursday show and we have topics and we stay on topic, I don't have any fear in what I'm going to say. But these off the cuff, let it fly shows make me nervous because I say stupid shit.
Okay.
You fucking laughing over there like an asshole, but
because he knows
I
already.
had my chirp button.
Because he knows already.
And I don't like drama. I don't like drama in my personal life, and I certainly don't want drama in the fucking toy universe. Yeah. So who knows what I'm going to say? But just know, for any fans of Ninja that don't know who the fuck I am, I'm just here to have fun. What was that song? Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun. Well, old bald-headed guys.
Gaines just wants to have fun. That would be a good song for you guys to remix. Gaines just wants to have fun.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. I'll make that.
Freestyling is when you guys make the best memes. That's how jerking gains happen. Just freestyling. Yes. Jerking gains.
All jerking of the gains.
See?
Yes.
Yeah. Freestyling.
Yes.
It's the best.
Oh, yes. No, I know better than to have Gaines and Duarte on the same show. No. I'm not crazy enough to do that.
You will get canceled.
Yeah, 100%. Let me just set this up real quick. Who do we have in the chat? This way we can say hi.
Hope some raw dogs.
They're there.
We got a ton of raw dogs. They were all commenting in the beginning of the show.
Yes, I was pulling them up. Turn the music down just a little bit, please.
Okay, I did. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry if I sounded mean. I wasn't trying to sound mean. This is too loud.
You let your
new age gift shop.
Yeah, you let your true self show. How you boss me around all day.
Anyways, Laser Pants, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He said $2 make you holla.
You think we're just cheap hoes over here? You think $2 is supposed to make us holler? Is that what it is? Shout out to Laser Pants, man. Thank you so much.
I think it was from me.
Oh. Shout out to Mr. Potato over there. Who else we got in the building? Striding in the building. What's going on? Welcome, Gains and YoJoeJerk. Yes, they're always welcome here. Drew G. What's happening, G?
Duarte said, that's a goddamn lie. I'm just here to jerk the Gains ninja style. All right. That was the only time I'm saying that, Duarte. That's it.
See?
Had a nice ring. Hearing that out of a female's mouth is much better than a man.
Yes.
Yeah, what you do is hear it from men's mouths. Yeah. Hey, the potato masher stew in the building, man. Thank you so much for the super chat.
He says, who will be the master debater? Let's go, boys.
You gonna mix it?
My money's on Gaines is very passionate, especially if he has a few drinks. So my money's on him.
I don't know. Fred's gonna get us all, man, from across the room.
Oh yeah, Fred is here. If any raw dogs remember my Fred story, the man is here. He's outside talking to his girlfriend, so we won't see the goods. Of course, this is a family show, but just think.
Speaking of raw dogs, hey RC, what's going on? The mask is off. I wasn't prepared for this. Yeah, I take it off sometimes. Sometimes it's too hot, and I already know it's going to be a nice little ditty, steamy, hot and show because these guys are here.
Yeah.
So
of course.
Speaking of raw dogs, Zakanin in the building. Fred is apparently packing. Apparently, I don't think Gaines would lie about that.
No, dude, it was nightmarish. It was like Jaws, no beach.
Right. Speaking of raw dogs, what's up, Ninja? What's up, Bill? You guys are breaking records over there, and I'm not saying this lightly at all, but recently, you guys did it again. So it's not. This isn't a coincidence anymore. This is clearly just a quality thing now at this point because you guys put that much value and put that much quality out there. You guys broke 300 live viewers.
Yeah.
Very
Good
cool
stuff, guys.
That's a
crazy
big ass deal, man.
Thank you.
Never thought it'd be like that, but it's still every time it happens, like the hair on the back of my neck stands up. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many people watching.
What do you think about it, Gaines?
Well, Jerk, I think. Well, so me and Jerk and Tim and everybody, Zakanin, we have a background crew and stuff. We workshop, even if it's a small wrinkle. Like Watto's wares, where Watto from Star Wars finds a deal for our viewers that's a cheap figure. Every little wrinkle we add to flesh out the show, we want it to be for the viewer like they're watching a fucking show. Yeah. Sure, we're just two toy schlubs talking in front of a camera, but we try to add a little wrinkle each month that's new, and I feel it fleshes out the show, and I'm proud of it. It's
Thursday is a
something I'm proud of.
Show. Yeah. Thursdays are produced.
Jerk puts together
a lot in. I spend like half a day putting that show together, man. Because
it shows.
I even want the slides. I don't want to just be looking the shit up live. I want to just get to the next thing and then order everybody's used to. You know what I mean? So, or at least that I'm used to. Jerk, I like rolling that way. So,
and we love toys. Like I know I know it's easy to get down on this shit because of pricing, availability, but I still think it's the most fun thing out there between movies and video games and pop culture media. I think toys are still on the up. Yeah. Things are getting better looking, sculpts, articulation, paint apps. So we're so excited each week to talk about it, and I think the audience comes back for that. And then they might stick around for the stupid either my dick and fart jokes or Jerk's insight to movies and cinema, Tim's passion for fucking Marvel and his fucking toy hunts, and then we got Skelly's nice to look at. It's a thing. It's very fun. So hitting 300 fucking got got the juices flowing, I like to say. Whatever that means, you could,
Yeah, I mean, it's just been slowly building, so it's so nice,
It's probably all because of Skelly, to be honest. She probably brought in 250 minimum.
I mean, I give you guys 50.
Not stupid. She brought in 250.
Now,
And she's a barber.
And we can't
Extra.
listen, Ninja. We're not stupid. The male gaze with a ZE, not you know, the male gaze.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it
look at
wasn't a
women.
methodical move. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Everything happens for a reason. We'll put it that way. So
It does.
And I
she's
knew
getting
she
better,
would
and the
work.
boys like her because at first,
I knew she would
and
work.
she's very
with all
nice.
of us because I know her personally. I just knew it would take a little bit for her to get comfortable because as creators, you build your following, so you get used to a certain amount of people watching you. But when you throw somebody into a show that already has like 1,000 viewers a week, you know, that could be nerve-wracking on a regular person. So, you know, I think she acclimated really good. And I think her year is actually coming up with us, like in August. So I think
we have to celebrate that. Yeah, I got to do something big on the show.
yeah, we will. And I think she's gotten more comfortable and better at it. So, you know,
I mean, she was only with you guys a couple of months before I noticed firsthand people actually recognizing her at Legion's Con.
Yep.
So I can only imagine what it's going to be like this year, you know, walking around Legion's Con. But I think it's awesome, man. It's awesome that you guys are able to break that number because, I mean, even for me to break those numbers, we got to have a really spicy topic, got to be some type of drama. And I never try to lean into any of that stuff. Normally we're just chilling, but for you guys to bring in those types of numbers, that is awesome because you guys aren't leaning into drama. You're just being yourselves.
Yeah. And we try to stay out. Like if a company does something fucking stupid, we'll call it out. But other than that, it doesn't go much further.
And Jerk, I know between the three of us we do, but we don't have huge sub count individually. I know Tim has the most. Then I'm pulling up the rear, but we don't have like 100K subs. And this is, and you could make a brilliant video, like you two gentlemen that I'm doing the show with tonight. Both you guys really good at editing. You make top-notch toy videos, right? That doesn't mean it's going to translate into speaking live and getting an audience to keep coming back week after week after week. Two different animals. So I also think that it's three different people.
Yeah, I get to play in both realms. I get to do the live shit and I get to do the review shit. So
and I did. I'll sip this and shut the fuck up for a second. This is
I want you to say what you was about to say. Yeah, don't sip it yet. Say what you was about to say.
Well, the thing is this, and listen, if I'm not knocking anyone who fucking is out here doing a live and you get 10 viewers or 12 viewers, if you're talking just for passion and fun, it doesn't, at the end of the day, what you're doing it for is up to the individual. But I got a wife, I got other hobbies. I do like to do shit. So I told Jerk, like, if we do this and people don't like it, I'm out. Like I'm not being mean. I didn't grow up with Jerk or anything. We met through YouTube. Yeah. So I was like, I'm out. And then week 1, 50 viewers. I was like, that's pretty good. And then to get to 300 in a year.
So
well, the replay is different animal.
Yeah, we've always been a replay. So you know. It's not, but toy. I watch a lot of the live shit, and usually the cream of the crop on YouTube is political dialogue. Political speech has taken over fucking YouTube, and it is what it is. Though that's what gets a lot of the live viewers, like 1,000, 2,000. Then sports, then whatever. I don't know what other topics besides that, but toys is way down here as far as getting live fucking viewers from what I've seen. So for us to get 300, and we're right behind fucking LP and 3POA, which is to me the Johnny Carson of live shows. Like when I go on, he's like Johnny Carson. I guess we're Jay Leno and Letterman right now. So it's very fucking cool.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and it's not an easy feat. I think especially because of you guys' consistency. Every week it's the same time on the same day at the same. I think YouTube really rewards that behavior. Me, sometimes I'm live Monday, sometimes I'm live Sunday, sometimes I'm live Friday. That is not great behavior to grow as a live channel, but I'm not mainly a live channel. Yeah. So, but you guys,
you make movies.
Jerk, I try, but Jerk being able to stay consistent.
Movies, man.
with the fucking lives. That really shows, like, to anybody, if they're willing to put in the work. But let's not be confused, it's a lot of work.
It's a
If
ton
you
of
look
work.
at their intros, if you look at their outros, if you look at their B-roll, it's a lot of work.
And it's all different every fucking week, man. Like
that's what makes it a lot of work.
Week, yeah, like no beginning of any of our shows is the same, and I've done it 144 times. You know what I mean? And we've only been around so long.
Yeah.
So, you know, I make sure every week that, like, actually it's more than that, because we do both fucking shows like that. So, but usually I just wake up and I'm like, what do I want to put at the beginning of the show? And then it's just in my head. So it's not hard to find.
So before we get into tonight's topic, let me just say shout out to Van Morrissey, man. He said, for the Raw Dogs and the Ninja Clan. Cheers. Shout out to Van, man. I see him killing it over. Yeah.
Wait. He also said, forgot to find my figures, ladies, with another $3 super chat. So thank you. He said, here's for the Wawa.
Oh, man. Van, bro.
Thank you for supporting. And since you're throwing that change, you get to see them things.
I appreciate it, man.
I love a true Raw Dog.
Hell yeah, man. I love when I see Raw Dogs names and I know that they're Ninja Clan members too. I just love that we have such a shared audience. But I kind of find it like, in terms of me, it's like, damn, how could you not like me or hate Jerk? Or how, you know, like, you have to like it because we're so similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta like all of us. This is just how it goes. But thank you, Van. Appreciate that.
You never know.
Yep.
Z with the 66 chat. He said Rumble's into the stream repping Raw Dogs. Thanks, Z.
Appreciate it, Z. Thank you so much, man.
RC Archaeologist with the $2 super chat. Thank you. He says drink check, ninja check, bring it.
Thank you so much, RC. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, baby.
What else we got going on? This chat is moving. It's because you guys bring people with you
for the drink.
That's what
for anyone.
Look at that.
Drink,
Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Double fisting for the Raw Dogs. Yeah.
Look, then we got another workout maniac. Right. That's really him.
Right.
Shout out to Captain XL, man.
He said,
bro, I gotta go get my night cardio. Have a good stream. And also, I need to know if the Snail Show is gonna release that wrestling ring with that chocolate zombie. You know what? I know what he's talking about. We'll bring it up later. But they showed off this zombie girl, this mummy girl, but she had an amazing ass little diorama. It was essentially, it looked like a wrestling or a boxing ring, and it looked so nice. But I would not be surprised if guys like Duarte are already making something like that into reality. I doubt they're gonna do it. That was probably just a background piece, Captain. I doubt they're gonna do it. Go get your workout in, bro. Not that clearly you don't need to, but I guess, you know, go show off. Go get your workout in.
BX Medic, hello.
He's probably having a good time if he's still.
Right. What's good, BX, man? I hope you're doing okay. Happy I get to see you soon at the show.
Same Time Toys, thank you for the $4.99 chat. He said, thanks for what you do. Bring on the big A.
Appreciate you, Sean, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to see you soon.
And Big A is going to make a comeback soon. We're going to do some man on the street stuff. I think Jerk has some things lined up for Big A. So choose the Big A for coming out of retirement. Yeah.
You'll see his return soon. So
I'm going back and I'm finding Big A videos from years ago.
Oh, they're so funny.
They are so good. And I wonder why he went into retirement. But then at the same time, because he is a troublemaker, I'm like, maybe it's a good thing he did. I don't know. I feel 50-50 about it.
Well, okay. So Big A was 2017 was his first appearance, maybe 2016. The world, every 10 years, the world changes and gets a little more politically correct. And I think we're going back to where we're at a sweet spot where you could say some things and not get totally, you know, I'm not a garbage man anymore. I work for a big company that prides itself on being politically correct. Okay. So, and I had a daughter. So Big A is very off color. And Big A loves dick pills and hookers and strip clubs. That's where Big A feels comfortable. But she's getting older. She's I didn't want to embarrass my daughter, but now she's getting a little older.
Mhm.
She thinks I'm a fucking clown anyway. So Big A, it's time for a return.
I think so.
Like the phoenix from
do
the
think it's
ashes.
good that he rested for a while because I don't think Big A would have survived the woke era. He probably would have got
No.
lynched or something. So, yeah, definitely not.
Big A
Smudge-
wore a mask. You know, we had to wear masks for COVID, right?
Mhm.
And Big A's mask said, "Your pussy here," and people did not like that fucking mask.
That's
I
believe it.
hilarious. And I really wish I could have wore that to work. Honestly, that is hilarious.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is wild.
That's when I knew Big A needed to chill for a year.
See, this is when we need to get it on some type of topic. Look, tonight, and this is why I called it the debate, because I feel like all of us are going to have some pretty different views. But the beautiful thing about it is because we're not sensitive as people, we can always compromise and try to find some middle ground.
No,
But look, the topic for tonight is out of third party, Hasbro and McFarlane, who's doing it the best. Now, here's some of the rules. We're not talking about Mattel. We're not talking about any of the smaller independent companies that are amazing and great, like Mythic Legions,
Okay.
Valaverse. We're talking about two of probably, I don't know, I would say top 3 biggest dogs in America right now. Hasbro, who's probably number 1 when it comes to action figure manufacturing. And then we have McFarlane. We're leaving Mattel out of this. So you got Hasbro, you got McFarlane, and then you have third party. When I say third party, I mean imports or some of the import companies, Figure Arts, or some of the not licensed third party stuff. That stuff is fair game too. But just out of those 3 genres, if you only had to do one, which company or which side would you choose? So here's just a quick take. I figured Gaines would be really good for this because if there's anyone that could make some positives for McFarlane, it would be Gaines.
Right.
So and he speaks about
I
the negatives
appreciate
too.
that, yeah.
But if there's someone that could or would know 10 times more positives than I do, it would be Gaines. And he tries to be as factual as possible when he's talking. He's just not talking out his ass. And then very similar for military figures, G.I. Joe Classified. If there's someone that could speak on some of the positives when it comes to G.I. Joe Classified, to me, it would be YoJoeJerk.
Oh,
so this is I like you guys. You guys kind of got a yin and yang dynamic there. I know people that are diehard.
we do
Hasbro.
because Jerk doesn't own any. Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
So it's nice that you guys play nice with each other.
Well,
And,
that
you
was
the collections are
actually
so different.
why we did it. Is
Mhm.
because we all did something different.
Mhm.
So that's why we did the mega powers, because McFarlane collector primary, I was a G.I. Joe primary, Tim toy hunter, so all different.
Right. So, if you had to pick one, you either got to go with Hasbro, you got to go with McFarlane, or you got to do like imports, third party stuff. I think there's positives and negatives to both, but if I had to pick one, even though I'm assuming what you guys would pick, maybe I'm wrong, but if I had to pick one, of course, I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn between Hasbro, like G.I. Joe Classified, and I'm torn between imports because you guys know I love my third party stuff, my imports, just a really unique type of figures. I'm really torn, but if I had to pick one, I am probably going to go with imports. Gaines, which one would you pick out of the 3? You can only look. You see how diverse your shelf is behind you? That's not allowed. You can only
It's
pick
very
one.
diverse.
Yes, it is very diverse.
I've been collecting, and this isn't obviously we're all fucking toy collectors, so me making this statement isn't like some big like shocking moment. We've all been collecting toys our whole lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been collecting my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, McFarlane came around in 1994 and really changed the game for collectors. It was different. It was bold. It was edgy. You know, things looked, it had spikes on it and guns and blood. It was wild shit, right? So he's been around since 1994. He's still kicking, right? When I was going to toy shelves and just looking for things to buy, and truth be known, I'm not even a huge DC fan. I love the fucking boring guys, Superman and Batman and the Joker. I'm a vanilla DC lover, right?
Okay.
So for me to go this fucking deep into a toy line that I don't have any nostalgia for, I didn't grow up reading a ton of the comics. I like these figures purely for the sculpts and the detail. And I know the paint isn't as good as it was in the 90s, but there's a give and take. You can't have it all, or price points will be like that Doom figure, which is elite. McFarlane has amazing sculpts, availability most of the time, and price point, which is my slogan, price point is king. I think McFarlane, pound for pound, is right there with NECA. They're a notch below NECA, and they really, whenever I get someone to buy a McFarlane figure, someone who doesn't give a shit about it, they're like, you were right, these are really well done. They're really fun. It offers something different than what Hasbro is doing for Marvel Legends, which is just a clean, flat figure that is meant to look like he's wearing a comic book inspired outfit. Or McFarlane uses like raised sculpts, and it's a more fleshed out figure. Now, would I trust him to take over every property from Ghostbusters to G.I. Joe and Star Wars? I don't know, but I do know that being that he's independent, he could do deep dive stuff. Like he's gonna do Jack Nicholson. I heard a rumor he's waiting for December. You see Marvel with Hasbro with Marvel. Have they did a Frigno Hulk? No. Will they ever do a Lou Frigno Hulk? No, because they can't. They have people they have to answer to. Todd doesn't. So it's a little bit more diverse. And it's a little bit more fun.
So you're going with McFarlane?
Round one for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Todd. You know, I love NECA. I just NECA has a habit of not finishing what they started, like the D&D line, because they have to answer to.
No, they have to answer to.
Well, NECA has this whole. NECA never finishes anything. Where Todd, he at least tries to finish stuff. Like he's still making Walking Dead stuff, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I want you to try to think of a negative to my imports, and I will try to think of a negative to your McFarlane. And Jerk, if you gotta pick one, which one you can only collect one?
Yeah,
Hasbro or
I'm like Gaines. I'm all over the place collecting. I have shit from everything.
It's very diverse.
I would say Hasbro, because certain things get treated very well. Certain things do not get treated very well. But I am a klutz, and I'm heavy-handed on shit, and I don't want to get into the import side of things that I've broken, or things that are import that have fallen off the shelf.
Right.
Whereas something that, you know, is made for a kid that falls off a shelf, it's made to take that fall usually.
Right.
So, like, to me, and price point, like with Gaines, like, you know, like when I started collecting, everything was fucking cheap. Like I remember buying Marvel Legends for like $9.99 when they first came out, and then they were like $10.99. You know what I mean? And they were always just that midway where, you know, you felt like you got your money's worth before Hasbro. I'm talking about like Toy Biz Marvel Legends, because I collected every one of those. I loved the whole fucking line until Hasbro got it, and then when I saw their first wave, I was like, I'm fucking done selling this shit. I'm done, you know? So to me, to see it come back around and be a little better, because I stayed away from even Marvel Legends until the X-Men Juggernaut wave, where I was like, whoa, I was like, they're being built better. They're starting to be painted better. Like, and that, you know, drew me back in, and the price point did, because I think they were still like $20 then. So when you got like a Build-A-Figure piece and, you know, 2 sets of hands of figure, like it felt good. So
yeah, it did. It definitely did.
Yeah. Now, but you know what? There's sometimes I get the $25 Marvel Legend and I'm blown away by it. Like this stupid thing came in today, and everything about it is really good. Like, he came with lots of shit. He came with a giant fucking Build-A-Piece. Like,
did he come with that blast effect, or that was a custom?
No, this came with it. And
wow,
it's
that
like
looks custom.
And it's 2-piece, like, and an extra head. And it's screaming. And he's on the better buck. Like, I'm a sucker, though, when they make the right figure. Like, X Factor Cyclops is like a win for me. And then, you know, then there's lines like Classified, and they just scour these things with accessories. They don't always make the right building decisions, or like, to me, them focusing on dreadnoughts instead of actual Cobra like drives me insane, because fill out Cobra and then fill out dreadnoughts. But, you know, like, when they do something like this is like a perfect fucking G.I. Joe release. He came with a stand, he came loaded out, the paint's good, the quality's back on the weapons aren't fucking gummy anymore. Shit feels good. So, I mean, at least they course corrected a little bit. So, I'm going to have to go with Hasbro.
Okay. I mean, and that's good. That's what I assume. That's why I like you guys' dynamic so much with the whole yin and yang thing, because it's not like you guys are both sharing the same favorite Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we
yeah.
got
We ain't
you
drinking
guys
the
are in
same
different
Kool-Aid.
elements. You guys are in different ballparks compared to each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome that you guys can sit down and have a good time together.
Oh, all the time, man. We can bullshit about
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. That was another thing. Like, I told Jerk from day one, I grew up listening to a show called Mike and the Mad Dog, and those fucking guys argued every day. Now, we don't argue, but we don't always agree on everything. Like, Jerk hates everything new. I mean, everything.
I do.
He probably
I hate
is wearing
everything.
old fucking underwear. Like,
I wear that shit till it disintegrates.
He's wearing.
Damn.
Like, where at least I try to watch dopey shit like The Acolyte and stuff.
I'm getting there.
I'm
trying. It looks like they're trying. Like,
that's fine.
If that Predator
watched the
thing
new
came
Predator,
out like
hated
3 years ago, I would have said, no fucking way, I'm never watching. But, you know, I have a little
But he
bit more
tried.
faith now. So I'm getting excited about things again. They just got to make good stuff.
Mhm. So Gaines, if we're gonna talk about some of the great things that McFarlane does, what I think personally is the worst thing that he does, and then you could tell me or your biggest gripe with imports, but I think my biggest gripe with McFarlane, or what I think is hurting the company the most, is the fact that they are scaled where they're at. What do you think is probably hurting McFarlane the most?
So McFarlane and the scale thing, which is, to me, collectors make a big deal. We all want things to fit into the same universe, right? But McFarlane looked at things like NECA, Super 7, and Storm Collectibles, which are all bigger scales. He actually adopted some things that Storm Collectibles does with their articulation. I'm not saying it's as good, but the way that a figure is built. Import style things he adopted. I think the scale, I think it's people who collect McFarlane, they might talk about scale within each figure, like Superman being too short or Wonder Woman being too short or tall. But I think the 7-inch scale, I don't think it's as big a deal as people think. And I also don't think articulation is as big a deal as people think, because the only thing they lack is thigh swivel. But they make up for that in a cleaner sculpt, in my opinion. That's what I like. Would they sell more if it was 6 inches? I think they would sell more like.
Nah,
I think they would sell like a
the whole
Batman
thigh swivel thing. You brought up the whole thigh swivel thing. It's like, so he has double jointed knees, right? He has double jointed.
He does
arms. And if we could deal with all those cuts, because in one leg alone, I'm thinking about the ankle. We got to cut at the ankle and then cut at the top. So that's like 2-3 cuts right there. Then we have the knees, another 2 or 3 cuts. Same with the arms. Would one line on the thigh really make or break anything? It's just one line on the thigh.
Now, it could be a manufacturing thing. It could save a little money. I know he tries to do it like Mafex doesn't have a thigh cut, but Mafex cuts better at the top of that leg, right? It kicks out a little more than a McFarlane. Now, this Flash figure, I know it's Flash and everybody hates this fucking version of Flash, but I'm going to get him to sit fucking Indian style It may not look as good because it's a lanky 7-inch figure. But at the end of the day, I've never had a figure from McFarlane and said to myself, damn, I hate this because I can't do this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, if I made Spider-Man, that's the go-to for everyone is Spider-Man, as my pug is losing his mind.
It's okay.
I just don't think it's... Once you manipulate these figures and pose them and start putting them on your shelf, the thigh swivel thing, it's not a big deal either. I think McFarlane's biggest thing, if I could, speak on negatives, is availability, but he puts the handcuffs on availability with these stupid platinums and red labels and gold labels and store exclusives. He's a little dated in the way he pumps out these figures, but he does have us hunting them every day. That McFarlane group, you don't see a lot of McFarlane figures at Ross and Ollie's, so he's doing something right, because you still see fucking movie figures from Black Panther. You don't see any movie figures from the Pattinson Batman wave at fucking Ollie's. So he's doing something right. I really think there's a way more positives than negatives. Now, would I trust him with something like G.I. Joe? I don't know. I might. His Walking Dead figures, they were a little wonky. The legs were weird.
Look at Jerk's face.
The scopes were really
trusting him with G.I. Joe.
I don't know. I think because you're used to it being like the thing with Hasbro. And listen, I collect plenty of fucking Hasbro. I don't every single figure other than what they come with. Everything feels. I know what I'm getting each and every fucking time. Whereas with McFarlane, I knew what I was getting for a few months, and then boom, I got cloth wired capes. And that doesn't happen a lot in toys. People they get comfortable and make the same goddamn toy forever. And that's Hasbro.
Not with the
Hasbro's
big
gotten better
companies.
with face scans and things like that.
Yeah. That's a really good point for you to bring up, because definitely not with the big companies. Sure, the smaller companies, Mythic Legion stepping up articulation, Valorverse steps up articulation, price cuts, things like that. The small,
they listen.
We see stuff like that from the smaller companies, but like you said, as far as if I think of America's top big three in my mind, Mattel, McFarlane, Hasbro, I don't see any of those companies making as many improvements in the same amount of window of time as McFarlane.
I think Mattel has stepped up their game since they lost the DC license.
Do you think that they've stepped it up, or they are possible of stepping it up as much as McFarlane has?
I would just say they have with Masterverse. I don't even collect this shit, but I'm like an outside observer, and those little things are like works of art for every character. Like, there's just a little bit more thought out to it while trying to keep the same thing going. So like, and Mattel uses tons of soft goods. I know they're not supposed to be in this conversation, but their Ultimate figures, they come with shirts.
The wrestling Ultimates are really good.
Yeah. So I think when they lost DC, they became a better company because they had to, redo Masters of the Universe because they took it away from Super 7. And I think they've done a dynamite job with like Motu, like since they took it back.
Now I like what they're doing with the Motu line. You guys seen in my recent Medi Toys, I took a Mattel Skeletor head and put it on an import figure, and it was perfect for me. I loved it. Since we're just gonna dogpile gains for the moment, Jerk, what is your biggest negative? What do you think the biggest negative with McFarlane is?
I mean, I know he's got to do it, but I mean, there are too many fucking Batmans. like I'm telling you, Ninja, we bought like a 400 piece like DC Universe Multiverse collection. You ain't lying. And I've never seen so many Batman produced by any fucking company ever. When they were on the table, I was like, I can't believe this. There's that many Batmans. And even the shipping guy, when I listed them all, I'm like, you got to be very careful when it says Batman. You have to like check
Yeah,
every
you really gotta
fucking
make sure.
box because
Right.
there's 50 million
Right.
Batmans.
There's some with big ears, small ears. Yeah, you got to be careful, bro.
I would say that's his only thing. He went so hard doing Batman that the tail end of the line now gets all the figures, you know, when he should have been doing all the weird deep dives along at the beginning too. So I think his strategy was kind of like, I'm only going to have this for so long, because he's not stupid. And I'm sure if, oh, go ahead.
Sure. I went to Target today, buddy. Okay. I went to Target looking for a McFarlane figure. You know what I saw? The only fucking thing I saw at Target? 18 different fucking Spider-Man figures. He was wearing a Puerto Rican flag. He was wearing all black.
Yes,
it was a black guy Spider-Man.
Chill out.
I'm not
all right. You're so right. Okay, you win.
There was 10 of them.
Bad timing. It's very coincidental that, of course, when you see all these Spider-Mans, one of them even got a flag on. That is hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
I was like, what?
I went this week.
I've never seen McFarlane.
Dude. I will present a good case that McFarlane has made more Batmans. In this, let's say we give Hasbro 2 years, we give McFarlane 2 years. I would say that McFarlane made more Batmans than Hasbro has made Spider-Mans. That's not an easy accomplishment.
Well, listen, I tell you what, in defense of that, if you're a Batman fan, you were having a really good fucking time the past couple of years at least.
You got a lot of Batman.
I'm making fun of Spider-Man, but who's Mount Rushmore? Probably Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, and
Cap.
Who's
Cap's
the fourth?
the big one. You never see him peg-worn ever.
Okay, right. So there is a method to it. You know, if it's I say this with toys as much as things make me lose my mind. You know, these companies need to do things to make money to stay in business.
Of course.
And
of course,
Hasbro makes a shit ton of Spider-Man and Wolverines to keep that money flowing. So
and not
if that's what they need to do to keep
the bastards re-put everything on retro cards and paint them the way you wanted them the first time. So everybody's a bastard.
They're supposed to. They know what.
Everybody's a bastard.
It's very comparable to the pharmaceutical company. You know, a cured patient. You don't make money off of a cured patient. So
this right here. This is the way it should have come out originally, and then we should have got the other version. You know what I mean? But they make you buy the one, and then you're like, oh, but I want the other one. You know, so they know what they're doing. It's all fun.
Yeah.
So my biggest negative for McFarlane was the scale. Your biggest negative is the amount of Batmans.
Yes, diversity in characters.
And
it's like too many Supermans, too many Batmans.
Right. And Gaines said his biggest negative was everything that he does with the gold label, platinum label, just how available. It's tough.
He's living in 1990 with variant cover comic books. Too much.
Well, here's a. I know I should be shitting on a thing I like, but take the Hawk Girl for example. The fucking guy, he made the platinum, the color we want.
Yeah.
In the regular version, the color we don't want. I hate stupid shit like that. That I can't defend, and I think it actually stops him from making money. But you know, pins.
No, that's a big deal too.
Pins as a lifetime.
What we think our biggest negatives were, not the only negatives, but that is something that I see a lot of collectors bring up, especially on the knees. Sometimes the knees look so sharp, and then other times it's smooth and it looks cohesive, and other times it just looks like the articulation is just like kind of chopped into the render. There's no smoothness, and for a company that's
McFarlane Ninja.
Yeah, McFarlane. It just seems like the articulation.
You know what I think? It's funny you say that. I was looking at a few figures, and I was going to do some video and try to go in depth, but then I realized how fucking, people come to me for fucking around and not being so serious. I think because of the 7-inch scale, like an elbow on a 7-inch figure is bigger. So when it's bigger, it's going to look a little more wonky. Whereas on a 6-inch scale figure,
but it ain't that much
smaller
bigger,
piece of plastic.
Yeah, some of the, especially the knees, bro. The knees look crazy on some McFarlane figures.
Well, I think the whole
you get this fucking
thigh area makes them look
like
their legs look too long on.
Yeah,
probably
the proportions,
70%.
Right. I
Like,
think the
they're like-
proportions are another weird thing. I see a lot of collectors bring that up, is the proportions. And I agree with that. Sometimes the legs are too big, the arms are too long, just little things. But that to me isn't specific to McFarlane. Tons of lines have those issues.
Yeah.
I remember
true.
when DC
Yep.
DC Collectibles or DC Icons, right before McFarlane
Yep.
got them, they
Yep.
were making some
Yeah.
long arm monkey looking characters, man. Like
Yeah.
their
Mhm.
arms were way past their knees, and it just looked really
Yes.
bad.
Yeah.
So that's not even
Yes,
specific.
and that's
to
where
McFarlane.
and it even Hasbro, but that's where when you pose it, you get in the right pose, you can mask them things. So I don't get
Sure.
I don't get so wound up in little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Hot
to
Photos,
Hot
who is a
Photos,
big
man. Thank you for
McFarlane
being a channel member, bro. I appreciate it. He said, I'm a huge McFarlane Toys mark, but they've kind of taken a step back with the price point and lower production runs. Things that used to make the line great in the first 3 years. You're here. I'm happy he said this while you're here. You're more experienced than me to speak on this. Is this possibly
I'm
the
really
case?
going fucking crazy. It is. I
Yes.
went to 16 different Targets in 3 days looking for one fucking
I know,
robot.
and all you saw was Puerto Rican
And-
Miles Morales. That's all you
all
saw.
I saw was that guy. I thought I was in a fucking big pun video.
Mhm.
Listen, and I don't know if it's because it's winding down. I don't know if he's trying to save money. I know it's getting a little weird. And then I go to the other aisle, and he makes this anime fucking toy line, which look okay. What is it called? I'm not an anime fan.
He
at
has
all.
a ton of anime IPs.
100 of them on pegs.
I
Demon
think that's
Slayer,
Demon,
yeah.
What is
yeah,
that? Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Yeah.
And I think they look okay. Maybe I could be totally. I think they look fine. I saw like 30 of them on a peg. I'm like,
Okay.
if I'm a Demon Slayer fan, this is great. But where the fuck are these movie Superman figures that are supposed to be on shelves to hype up this new movie? Production is weird. Like I said, the red label, which is supposed to be a label for in-store availability, in-store exclusives, you have to have it in stores, Todd. You know, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Not one.
So yes,
for
Pac is
choice.
right. Long story short.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to know, is because I don't share the same McFarlane experience as you and Pac do, because you guys are actively
now-
looking and paying attention to that.
So Ninja, question to you: you like imports and third-party stuff you can't get on shelves, stuff that you
Yeah,
can
I was gonna ask you
only
what are your
online.
biggest negatives to imports?
Here's the thing with imports: you'll get one character like Mafex.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if they've ever finished a team, for example.
That's
Like,
true.
You know, they do DC, they do Marvel. They'll do 2 DC figures, 2 Marvel figures. How about 5 or 6 in a row? Like, have they to put your faith in them to finish anything is a risk.
No, you're right, 100%. And I sat back, and even when I was thinking about it, I'm like, damn, it is very hard for me on the topic of imports to defend anything that has to do with quantity. Of course, you have availability, but when I say quantity, I'm not, of course, we know the quality's there,
That's
right?
the
The
heel.
quality's there. That's the point of imports. That's why they're so expensive, because we know the quality's there. But when I sit back and I say, well, how long would it take me to complete the Avengers if I only collected figure arts or Mafex? That dude, I'm gonna be in a nursing home.
Oh, but
So
Yeah.
I sit back and I'm like, damn, like if I have to look, if I have to pick one, I'm like, sheesh. Of course, I'm here trying to represent for imports. You're representing McFarlane. We got Jerk representing for Hasbro. But honestly, I found myself leaning more towards the Hasbro side, because I don't, at least when it comes to quantity, we know, even if it takes a little while, for the most part, we're going to be able to complete teams, like you said. It's tough, man. It's so tough. I can't defend, like you said, the availability, because it seemed like that. The fact that I wish there was more. You're only going to find imports in what? Import stores, maybe like Midtown Comics, things that pay that high fee to get those import figures in. Even when I go to Jerk Shop, and the last time I was there was a long time ago, but any of the comic shops in Allentown, and imports, I'm sure because of the extra BS they have to deal with to get them in, it's not something they want to specialize in.
Yeah, it's true. I only pick like handful of shit they put in the store. And then it's like, I can't even give them a reliable release date. I'm like,
I'm like,
you order this, I can't tell you when it's going to actually be here, you know?
Right.
At least when I get a Hasbro release date, it's within like a month before or after, you know, I could at least say that. But I've had guys wait for import that never showed up.
Is that is that what it was about? Games was the availability? What do I have to say about the availability?
Yeah, they do. If I even though I don't see the shit half the time, I'm one of them assholes that still likes to go to a Target or a Walmart or you know, even when TRU 10 years ago was around. I don't like the thrill of the hunt, as they say, but I like to just casually walk into Target and see a toy and buy it. There's that little dopamine rush you get, and it's fun, and it's part of the experience. And I don't think obviously you don't get that with imports at all. It just comes in the mail and it's at your doorstep,
right now,
which is fine.
Yeah.
Junior right here is going. GM Junior 30 is going exactly what you're saying. I mean,
there you go.
That there is something to that. 100%. And when I think about some of the best memories with Erica or Jasmine, or just some of the best memories we have in general, it was toy hunting, and that's not something that you're able to do when it comes to imports. You guys remember how crazy it was when classified first dropped?
Men run down the hallways for GI Joe classified.
Yeah, that shit was.
Target,
oh God.
Target, the carts.
It was different.
As ways to get to the shelves faster. They would literally roll themselves on the cart like a skateboard. Get shelves faster. It was great.
And Ninja, you talked about scale with McFarlane. I know that you just made a video with like a fucking 8-inch Peter B. Parker figure that was like,
oh my God,
what the fuck are they doing? So
that's a big one.
But look, that's why it was such a big eyesore and because normally that's not a problem. but like, I was so surprised that it was an issue there, especially for this price. No one wants to pay these prices, like you said. In Jerk's case, if I paid $150 to snap an elbow or a wrist peg, like it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But Jerk, what were you gonna say? Is probably your biggest negative when it comes to third party?
It would be character and releases. Like if you're gonna like collect like fig art Star Wars, you are literally getting 3 figures a year if you're fucking lucky. So
if you're lucky, right?
You know,
I'm still looking for that blue guile you found, by the way.
Oh my God! I'm just
gonna hit you lucky,
guys
man.
up. I'm gonna hit you guys up from now on, and
I found them.
Going. They had her yesterday at Target. I couldn't fucking believe that. The one by
I've never seen her in person.
Couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah,
so
that's
once
crazy.
in a blue moon, I get lucky because I've been looking for Vega and Sagat, and I can't. They do not fucking have them there.
Who was it? Was it Tim or was it RG that found a ton of
Tim? I think they
found like 8 of them.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is wild, man.
Yeah.
Smudge brings up something good. He said the last 5 years for imports and third party has been insane. It has,
yes.
But just to show the truth, and what Gaines and Jerk is saying is, even though it has been crazy, it's been crazy. Especially on the illegal side where they don't have the license to make that amazing Superman, but they do anyway. But it's been crazy with the same 3 characters. It's not like it's been crazy and we're getting some really unique characters or we're completing teams. No, it's been crazy for the same stereotypical characters, man.
Yeah. And then
somebody made that amazing.
Oh, go ahead.
Somebody made the Rorschach figure. They called him the Ink Blot. They couldn't use his name, and I was like, "Wow, that's amazing!" But that's it. That's all they made. It's just like, what am I going to do with one random member of the Watchmen?
Look at that.
And then
beautiful.
There's this, which is amazing. But now their second release isn't going to have molded hair. It's going to have rooted hair. So that's another third-party thing. Is they'll do one thing, and then the next figure in the line is different than the release prior. So sometimes they can't keep a consistency for third party. Now I'm talking unlicensed third party. So, you know, because I was so stoked when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make an Aragorn," and then we see it and it's rooted hair, and I'm like, everything is so good about it except for that rooted hair.
Right.
So, and then, you know, they did this masterpiece of a head, and they're not going to do it for Aragorn. So it's like, it's frustrating.
Shout out to my main man, Scott. Everybody knows he's like the behind the scenes producer for multiple shows at this point, but specifically the 3POA. He does an amazing job over there. And we all know how crazy their chat gets and how fast their chat moves. But shout out to Scott, man. He's always on point. Scott said, I want to know what Gaines is drinking. It reminds me of the old Kool-Aid Sharkleberry Finn.
That's right up Gaines'
not that.
alley.
What are you drinking?
Tequila and cranberry juice. So cheers.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got over here. Cranberry and grape. Yep. Cheers. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for using your members chat.
Buddy.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Scott.
Tequila is the only alcohol that doesn't depress you. It makes you happy. You won't cry at the end of the night. You'll be fighting or happy at the end of the night. Little tip from Toygains. You didn't like that one, huh?
So, nah. So, because I say all the time, drinking is probably never going to be my thing. But once I become a little bit more successful and financially stable, I will probably turn into the next Snoop Dogg. I'm not even going to lie. I'm gonna probably
cognac,
be like Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa. I'm gonna be smoking 24/7, but just not yet.
You'll see one Ninja video a month.
Look, just not yet. Right?
Fortnite.
I have too much work to get done, so I can't enjoy the substances yet.
Or it'll be like that Limitless effect where he just goes into hyperdrive.
Yeah,
that's what it does to me. So, it just makes me work.
Hyper focus.
Yeah, but that's what
can I pose a question to while it's in my head before I forget it? Now,
that's what you're here for, bro.
If availability, if you can give the keys to one company and availability wasn't going to be an issue, they had a sweet spot, price point, everything we don't like. If they could get it to you for a decent price point, who would you trust with that? Would it be Hasbro, Jerk? Would it be one of your import companies?
Is it? So we're just saying, let's say if I could give the keys to let's say some import stuff or like a IP.
Yeah, if you give the keys to Jada, if you give Jada the keys to do everything, would it be Jada? Okay.
That's a tough question.
And they didn't have any limits.
So yeah. I don't want to pick Jada's small, right? But then Jada's not small on the same end. If we're not talking about the smaller companies, because then if we're talking about the smaller companies, then I have to bring up companies like Valorverse and stuff. But if we're not talking about those smaller companies, so let's say we're talking about the top three, Mattel.
So if Bobby,
4, Mattel, NECA. I'm going by who we could find at Target.
NECA, okay.
That's okay. Yeah. So who we could find at Target?
As much as I love McFarlane,
NECA, Hasbro, and who else? Who can we find at Target? Mattel, NECA,
Hasbro,
McFarlane,
NECA,
and Figure Arts. Those are like 5. Those are the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is Bandai is what? Figure Arts? Because I see them everywhere now.
True, yeah,
That's Figure Arts?
They collab with Figure Arts.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like my answer, man, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, you give them so much shit all the time." If I had to give a company the keys, Hasbro.
Yeah.
I know, bro.
Really?
Because I can't go with McFarlane because of the scale and the sharp ass knees that are gonna cut me. So I can't go with McFarlane. Right?
What's your gripe with NECA still? So what do you have against if NECA had unlimited resources?
Okay. Wait. That changes things. That changes things. If NECA had unlimited resources,
I'm saying they could. Right.
Yeah. Then I'm
do everything with no limits.
Then I'm going with NECA. Then NECA was the origin spot for me for a lot of things. It was for Predator. I still have a shit ton of Predator action figures like NECA for me. The Gargoyles. I'm 100% going with NECA. if they were able to put out stuff and have those same resources that Hasbro, McFarlane, and 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes,
and you know
I am there
you know
with
it's
that.
not scary. You know what's sad? So Randy, who used to really run NECA, he's kind of given that title away a little bit. His favorite thing is Star Wars. I think if NECA, he tried like hell to just be able to do a few Star Wars characters per year and they couldn't strike a deal. I really think NECA would have made Star Wars something absolutely special. NECA puts out a good product. The Toon line is annoying that there's so many Toon Turtles out there. It's obnoxious almost at this point. Yeah. But it shows you that if they did do a cartoon G.I. Joe, that they would go all in and go deep as fucking
100%.
Look, and it wouldn't be like Super 7.
I can't find one person, including myself. The last Ronin line, granted, their articulation could be better, but everyone I know, I don't know one collector that hasn't picked up at least one last Ronin figure.
They're sick. They're sick.
They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. You've never picked up one?
No.
I'm gonna rectify that at the next convention we're at together.
But I did finally get a Splinter. I got him out of a used bin for like $5, but I love
it. 100% worth $5, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Like, this figure is a ton of fun, man. I just didn't want to go down the turtle rabbit hole.
And NECA, if you have their Phantom figure and their Flash Gordon stuff, you could see what they would do with a superhero figure, and they're amazing. That's just the beginning.
And when they did those Superman versus Predator and the Alien versus Batman figures, they were the best fucking versions of
Batman. They were bigger. They were McFarlane size, right? They were up there. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, I wish McFarlane could make them look like this. Like, I wish, it looks so good, man. It looks so damn nice.
Yeah, NECA. Every little thing they do is so well thought out. Like, when I got like the Back to the Future figures, they look great, and then all the accessories are just perfect. You know what I mean? Like, on everybody, like Pee-wee Herman comes with a perfect amount of shit. Everybody, the Jaws figures, he came with the fucking can of beer. You know what I mean? It's the little details that make it amazing. And now they're not always painted great, but they are sculpted the best. Like, they have the best sculptors at NECA. Like, everything, and they're the ones, like, after I got out of Spawn, NECA is the thing I have the most shit of that I've collected the longest. So I've never got
the price point on the Jaws figure.
Which one?
The new Jaws figures. They kept that $35 price point.
35, yeah.
Yeah,
and they come loaded out. Those guys come with extra arms. Their jackets are removable. All of them have extra heads. They come with like just tons of shit. Quint even comes with a crushed beer can. Yeah, so he's got a regular one and a crushed one. Like, who goes that far? You know? So I agree.
They really. I like Ninja said, after McFarlane, Jerk said, after McFarlane 90s, I went heavy NECA. And if they had unlimited resources, can do it all, I would trust them with Indiana Jones. I would trust them with fucking Star Wars.
I'm a firm believer. Even when it comes to imports, bro, I don't think any company could have given us as quickly as they did and the quality that they did the full team of gargoyles the way that NECA did. I don't think any company could do that.
And they made up for their mistakes along the way by including the folded wings with other figures. So, like, they course correct. They know exactly what to do, and they do it fast. So,
now, Ninja, you just got that the Ken of the Ryu from Storm, which is like a new line.
Storm Arena, the Ken,
Now, how that's built like more of a traditional action figure, right? Or it's a harder plastic and not like that soft.
Yeah, is it like a normal Storm figure with the plastic overlay shits and the falling off fucking arms?
Nope, it feels more durable than their regular scaled stuff. I think they paid attention to any of the complaints that good things, bro. I'm dropping that video hopefully tomorrow, and that figure is a game changer, like an absolute game changer, especially at that price point.
Somebody told me I had to buy it.
You have to. I'm another someone, bro. You have to. When you feel how this figure feels for $30,
just to experience it.
Dude, it's gonna make you feel some type of way about imports and everything else. So even if Storm Arena was trying to one up Jada, I don't think they realized they one upped everyone. Marvel Legends, Hasbro, Valorverse, Mythic Legions. Dude, this figure is game changing. It's game changing.
Now Storm, what?
I was gonna ask him about the tiny ab crunch, the teeny tiny ab crunch. I don't know if he has.
Oh, that's a Sagat. You don't have Sagat yet, right?
Okay. I didn't know if the regular size figures have it. If you look at Sagat's stomach for the arena release, the ab crunch is like minuscule instead of like wider.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that shit still works really good, man. Because when I'm telling you this Ken figure, I overpaid. I paid double the price. So if it's $27 to $30, I paid around $58 to get it in. And I just got lucky, found it on eBay. And
nice.
Holy shit. I'm not condoning any price hikes anytime soon, but man, I've seen some people doing bids, and bids are ending at $140, $150 for people that have that Ken in the United States already. That is ridiculous. I would never recommend paying that. What makes the figure so beautiful is that it is $30. That's what really makes it so beautiful.
This is a good point. This going back to, I see
you're clipping out Gains.
Yeah, you're in and out.
Gains had a great point.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
No, go ahead.
No. You're good now. I'll wait.
Was it that one you were talking about?
Games? This was the point. The vehicles. Yes, thank you. Now, the vehicle thing. Is pretty big. It's not the figure, but it's something that fleshes out your collection. And they both classified in McFarlane with all these Batmobiles. That's something that take into consideration. That's very fucking cool. So
100%.
I got that Batmobile from and Jerk. He's making the fucking 66 Batmobile too, which is for 7-inch scale, which is really cool.
No, there's no contest there. If this was a live about what company is putting out the best vehicles, I could shit on Hasbro all day with what McFarlane is doing at retail. If this was a live about that, McFarlane is hands down. I mean, he gave us a Joker mobile with if we're talking about vehicles, he wins every day.
It was dope too.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The thing was really
I still want to pick it up. It was
for the 66 beautiful. Line. Yeah,
and all the motorcycles.
And for the 66 line, those little dioramas.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah. Dude, the 66 dioramas are like my favorite thing in the universe. I use them in all my shorts.
Yeah, shout out to Figure Collective, man. Hopefully
we were actually just
I think
we were looking at the pictures of when they took the Power Rangers.
Yeah, him and his wife do some amazing ass cosplay together, and they look like they were pulled right from the Power Rangers show. Cool. Like they just do some amazing ass cosplay. Shout out to Figure Collective and the missus. I hope you guys are doing okay, man.
I'm gonna talk my wife into doing some Baroness cosplay so I could
and just you better stand next time. Be security.
For that, honestly.
Yeah, you better stand next time. Be security.
Sway my fucking head.
She's already got the glasses.
Yep. But shout out to I Play with Toys, man. Thank you for being patient. I was trying to get to this earlier. We're having some really good conversation right now. He said, shout out to everybody in here. I got $2 too, bro. $2, it's appreciated, man. Thank you so damn much. I appreciate it, Toys. Thank you.
We had a good mix inside of the chat as far as the three that people would choose from.
Curious.
We had, like I said, well, there was a bunch of people kind of split in between, but I just kind of pulled up some of the comments regarding each of them. So no specific order, but Travis Wilcox says Toddy Mac was sold at $20 to $25 price. They're getting over.
Man, that was one of his biggest positives when he first dropped, man, was that $19.99 price. It was enticing to even people like me that complain about the scale. It really made me question, should I just get over it and just collect an entire different scaled universe?
Yep. And listen, I'll toot my own horn here. I don't like doing that. I made a video 2 years ago where he pretended to be our friend. He sold us figures at $20, figures that we didn't necessarily want, but they were on shelves. And now he's making fucking $35 collector's edition figures of
$60
we really need.
$60. Yeah, $60.
Oh, that's a whole different fucking
$60.
So
what are they called, babe? Platinum or whatever they are?
Yeah.
Elite.
The elite. The elite,
Come
yeah.
on, man. Like,
and it sucks because
Travis,
they look amazing, man.
They do look great.
That Doom figure looks fucking great.
Dude,
but yeah, he pretended to be our
Diablo
friend.
The lady with the wings, yeah.
Diablo,
looks
holy
awesome.
shit.
Yeah.
It's just, some of it's uncomfortable and some of it seems worth it. Some of it doesn't, like you said the Diablo lady was $60. And to me, when I look at
60, that's the elite price
Maximum
point.
Hulk and I look at that and then you say it's 9 inches tall and the wings. And then I'm like, that one wasn't bad, but the power armor won't feel like the value as much as the Diablo will. So
100%. Yep.
it'll be all over the place.
I won't forget the name now. It's Elite Toygains. Just let us know it's Elite. I'll remember that because of Elite Legends. Elite Legends needs to make some videos about the Elite line. That's what he should do.
That'd be fucking perfect. And then you gotta wonder, like, we're huge toy collectors. We want a little bit of everything to experience it. Not every collector is like that. So if they just plunk down $60 for an elite figure or a maximum figure, the average collector might not be that big of a deal. But we're fucking maniacs, and we're surrounded by this shit.
Yeah.
So you pile on that $60 to the other 5 Puerto Rican flag Miles Morales you bought at Target.
Yeah.
It piles up. It's a lot of money. So I don't know how they look at it when they make these price points, man.
Z says Fallout Brotherhood of Steel for $60. Hell no.
Yeah, that's brutal, man. See, that's what I'm saying. You see the power armor, and then you see the Diablo lady, and you're like, what?
Elite
sold out. It did sell out,
maximum bullshit.
It is. And the shame of it, Travis, is everyone, even all of us, all 3 of us, we all like that Spider-Man figure.
Yeah, I think it is the best Spider-Man figure ever made. It's
the
just
other
not
shit
worth
that's
the money.
surrounding it that fucking sucks. The price and the gooey.
Even this, I love this Hulk. You know what I mean? It's just everything he came with to jack the price up wasn't worth it, but the figure's good.
Hey, Jerk over there making a clap.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That green is. I'll tell you that is the best shade of green they've ever used in a Hulk.
It is, and honestly, like, it's good timing that they did it with the Keown head so that you could put them into your Marvel versus Capcom shit, because this is totally Marvel versus Capcom Hulk. The color, 100%. So.
I just wanted to take a moment really quick just to stray away from the conversation because we have a new baby Ninja Clan member that will be joining us. Figure Collective said they got a baby cosplayer on the way now. And he said they're going to try to name it Ivy for Poison Ivy, which is pretty dope. So congratulations.
That is absolutely
Congrats,
awesome,
good luck.
man. That's so awesome.
And
I know that you're not right around the corner, but I'm going to be in touch with you, man. If you can make it to the convention on August 17th, that would be awesome, especially if you guys could cosplay. I'm going to reach out to you, Collective, but that is congratulations, man. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Can we?
He says the Marvel Select Hulk is better, by the way.
Depends which one. If it's
Immortal,
depends what you want. I'll say yeah.
Depends what you want. If it's Select, it's not going to have the same level of articulation, but you're probably going to get some better detail.
Yeah. That's why I'll say Immortal Hulk. He's on the money. Like, that Diamond Select is awesome.
Ninja, can we segue into the first of all? It's pretty clear I won the debate, so we can get over the debate.
Scott says, give it up to McFarlane for using wired softwood tape as a standard. There's another one up for games. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look, here, wait, hold on. Another one up for gains. Look, Van Morrissey says that person gains got me to buy
Van,
McFarlane.
come on. Come on, Van.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Come on, man.
Oh, so good.
Listen,
yeah, Gaines is quite the influencer with that shit, man.
Right. No, he is. He embraces it.
Let's just put the debate behind us, boys. You guys tried. Your little Hulk looked okay. Your fucking big booty import girls are fun.
I'll give it to
I didn't even show off any. I didn't even think about big booty import girls.
Out of all the third party, that's all you got.
Right.
Big booty import girls.
I'm gonna stand her up right here. Now that you want to talk shit about her, I'm gonna stand her up right here.
I do have a question. Z said, "What about them making army builders chase figures?"
Oh
yeah,
listen,
the robot. Yeah, it's brutal, man.
The robot, the lantern.
We dogpiled Gaines enough. Let's not beat him up again. Let's not even bring up some of the horrible things with McFarlane. There's so many horrible things. We want to make Gaines feel good tonight. He's drinking. He's having a good night.
Thank you.
Let's everyone in the chat please pretend that Gaines won, please, for me, please. So,
I said that Gaines.
What did you want to segue into, Gaines? What do you want? What you got on your chest?
I'm curious about your show, man. I got a lot of Larry Gaines questions for you, man. I'm really, we didn't get a chance to really talk about it.
And you know, he's a show running machine over
excited?
there.
Are you nervous?
Of course I'm nervous, bro. Of course I'm nervous.
Well, listen. And I told you the only failure would be if you don't fucking try.
100%. 100%. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know any other toy tubers that have tried to do something like this.
Nope.
So I'm like, I want to try to do something like this. I want to try to bring people together, not tear people down, not tear people apart. Yeah. Yes, we are going to have things that we don't agree on. We have a Hasbro lover over here. We have a McFarlane lover over here. We got an import lover, and we still break bread together and have a good ass time, man. Like, just because you disagree with somebody on something, especially as small as plastic, does not mean that is your arch nemesis, does not mean that they have a hate-based channel, does not mean that they are worth anything less than what you are. Like, it's common shit. And it's sad that it needs to be explained nowadays, but I've never seen a toy tuber try to do anything like this, and I just want to have a good experience with some of these good people that I've met along the way.
Hell yeah. And you got a great lineup and great people, because the people who I have met and talked to on that list are all really nice, down to earth people.
Yep. That's why they made the cut, man. I
talked to Joe. I was curious where his head was at. I went to the Wayne show without Jerk. He's mad at me.
You piece
and he said he's gonna.
I am.
You should have told me. Did he even tell you he was
said
going?
He's gonna have a.
No.
Oh, that is some shady shit. That is some shady shit, man.
I would have went. I was sitting there on Saturday. Like,
shut your stupid ass. Not my fucking lover.
Holy shit! It don't matter.
Guy. He has nice
we're
hair.
Plastic lovers.
Nice.
We have some trading to do anyway. We have trading to do.
True.
You got my
report upon. So Joe said, "I do." I'll see the Wayne show again. I'm going to go again in July.
So you went and you picked Joe's brain. What did he have to say?
Well, me and Joe always talk. He's going to hit he has a team of people that's going to start putting the street signs up around Hasbro Heights, which is very important for a first show for people in that, obviously you want fans of you and ours and whomever. You also want local people there, because that's really going to be the bulk of your audience.
Yeah,
the street signs are going up, flyers and windows are going up, so that's going to help. I offer to put up flyers in my town, so I'm going to get them from him, because I'm all over the place delivering. I'm in Kingston, Poughkeepsie, and Newburgh, so I'm going to put flyers up for you. I got to grab them from Joe.
Get Joe to get me flyers. I can give them.
Yeah, I got to get you some. Yeah, we'll get you some.
Yeah,
all these little things. My thought process is, if you can get one person to go from 10 flyers, fuck it. At least it's one person. You know what I mean?
100%. Yep.
And hitting the fucking street and doing it is the way to do it too. You do it online and you do that. So
right.
What are you most nervous about?
I think I'm nervous about everybody coming and having a good time. And it is a one-day show because it's our first show, so we're trying to be as cost effective as we can. Something like this has never been done before. We've never had this many toy tubers in one place. It's more of like a proof of concept. If this works, I'm nervous that people may not have as good of a time as I would like them to have, but then at the same time, we can't control everyone's experience. You know what I'm saying? But this all came together because I want to create a space where guys and girls, but of course primarily guys, with 80% sausages in this field, right? Guys can come together and have a good time without having to pretend to be anyone else or having to worry about all the daily bullshit that life throws at us.
Yeah. Good.
That's
Good.
the goal.
We're gonna have fun. Well, that goal is gonna be. That's gonna happen. I mean, we have fun just dicking around at.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, for anybody who's bringing their wives or women can hang out with Jasmine and I, so you guys are not excluded either.
Yes, we will have
Skelly and my wife
quite a few females. Look at that. There's going to be quite a few
females.
females.
And you said something, Ninja, before the show. You said me and Jerk were two guys that were the same in front of the camera that we are off the camera, and that was a great compliment. These two fine ladies, man, are two of the nicest fucking people.
Yeah, you'll ever meet
in this toy realm. They came to the Newburgh Toy Show. They made me feel like my little dinky show was like the best show ever.
Stop.
Jasmine constantly is looking.
Bro, your show was never dead, and I tell you that all the time, dude. Your
that show was
never
great.
Dead. Any show I'm invited to, bro, I'm showing up. So I'm hoping you don't start doing like 8 or 10 a year, because then I got to show up 8 or 10.
No, I'm so stressed.
Any show you do, I'm showing up, man.
I'm gonna kill that little fucking meatball partner of mine if I'm gonna be in I'm gonna be in a YouTube show about killing somebody one of these days, probably. So but toy tuber turned killer, Toygains. No, these two of the nicest people I've met. He's a fucking nut. I hope he's watching. Yeah,
Jasmine literally has an
I think it's gonna be
archive
fun.
Jasmine has an archive of Labubu stuff to go over with your daughter the next time that we see her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, your daughter was a Labubu pro.
Literally, she scrolls and saves. She's like, I can't wait to show her when I see her.
I found a Labubu in a bodega the other day for $10 and my daughter swears it's bootleg because of that. I'm like,
I was about to say, is it Labubu or it's La Fake Fake? How is it in a bodega, bro?
The Timu. Because it probably
husband of the meat man bring that. The meat man's son.
Right. No, I got stolen, man. Come on. That's the best thing about the hood is finding shit for cheap that, fell out of a truck, quote unquote.
This guy says he'd go to a show in Kensington if he could see you.
Aw.
Hey.
Hopefully that's the guy who's saying to you.
Oh, that guy was awesome.
The greatest thing ever. We're walking down an aisle and I just hear this guy just go, Toygains.
Oh, made my day.
Yeah,
and he
that's cool.
Started singing the whole fucking song.
That is so damn cool, man.
So
awesome. I every time someone says that they appreciate that I'm just a normal asshole and they could watch my channel and just relax and not they could relate to me, which is awesome because I'm just a fucking garbage man. I'm a truck driver. I'm an idiot from Newburgh that likes fucking toys.
Look, we spoke about this before, bro. You're pretty humble. You're super accountable. You say when companies fuck up. You also say when you fuck up. You're like, yeah, and maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I'm not perfect. We talked about that today. I said something if you can't admit when you're wrong or when you're being a fucking idiot, then my thing is this. I don't want to call me anything, but don't call me an asshole. You could be rich, you could be popular, but if you're an asshole, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I pride myself on giving people a chance, not being an asshole, being approachable, being humble, and I take great pride in that. So,
and
part of that is these
approachable.
Yeah, I'm a jerk off, approachable jerk off. I love it. These toy shows, you're gonna see it when you have this show, man. How many people love you, and you're the guy we all look up to. We all the quality of the person matches the quality of the fucking video, and that's what's so great about.
I appreciate that, bro.
My boy Ninja.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really do have the best fucking videos out there. I don't even like watching them; they're so fucking good.
Sometimes my videos make me spend more money and buy a second one. That's when I know I fucked up. Like I know.
I fucking hate your videos. Your videos are so good. I hate them.
Dude,
fucking asshole.
I mean, even if we didn't have this live tonight, when you see this Ken video, you're gonna probably order 2 or 3, bro. I'm telling you, This shit is a game changer. But shout out to J Mac,
Okay.
man. He said, "Yo, everybody put out some safe travel vibes for Blake. He's coming into town today." Shout out to Blake, man. He's talking about Balake. Yes, shout out to Blake. Balakai. Safe travels on the plane, man. You know, 2025 ain't the best year for planes.
Yes, 100%.
No,
Not
at all.
We're not getting into
sure
it.
You'll be fine, but
we're not getting into that. We're not talking about planes. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, man?
I'm trying to pull it up here. So first, this was from earlier because I'm about to pull up the next chat. So Smudge thought it was funny. It said, "Need the chirp to summon Ayo Frankie." So then a little while later, Frankie says, "Everybody say happy birthday to my brother Smudge." Yo, happy birthday, Smudge.
Happy
He's
birthday.
my bald
birthday,
jerk,
Smudge.
and I'm his darker gains. Happy birthday to you, bro, Ninja. Can you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Mhm.
Happy birthday, Smudge.
What you gonna say, Gaines?
fucking. You're supposed to separate the artist from the art.
Yeah.
When can we do that with there's some Diddy shit that I like, some songs.
No, you know what? You know, Erica. No, hold up.
Part of my life.
Erica
I love-
and Jasmine. Look, see how passionate she's getting. I gotta
know.
stop over talking.
Yeah.
She's gonna backhand me. Erica and Jasmine, they feel some type of way because there's so many Diddy songs that they like. I Need a Girl.
Yeah.
I Don't Want to Know. There's
Yeah.
so many songs that either he featured
And
on,
around
he
the
did,
world, and I.
and now they can't look at the songs the same.
And
No
now
more.
I can't I because I'm afraid of who he's I-ing.
Mhm.
I'm worried.
What about R. Kelly? You done with R. Kelly too? He's completely out of the
Unfortunately.
fucking rotation.
Unfortunately, I can't
R.
lie.
Kelly's
that
worse.
songs
R.
are
Kelly's
great.
worse, man.
Right.
I can still
can't
listen
lie.
to some Diddy songs and ignore the Diddiness.
I
But I
can't.
can't.
I don't even know what Diddy
can't
did.
listen.
Yeah,
You don't want to
Yeah.
know what he did.
You
It's
don't
what
know
he
what
didn't
Diddy
do.
did. Did he do it?
He did it.
he
He
just
did
paid
it.
guys
You
to
don't know
bang his
what he
wife.
did.
How's that illegal?
Right,
Okay.
right. That's fine. I thought that was just like a fetish or something. That should be fine.
I know. You paid a guy that, like, whatever. It's very strange, but I do like some of Diddy's songs. And R. Kelly, and who else that got busted for some weird shit? I don't know.
Everybody at this point.
Oh, yes.
I have to literally ask Jasmine on a regular basis. Is this person also a part of the Diddy case? I'm just curious. But B Park earlier said the way they feed off each other is why Mega Powers is such a great podcast. And we agree. Jasmine and
Thank
I
you.
even just sit
Thank you.
back and just hear you guys laugh and banter with each other is great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The way y'all feed off each other, and then the way Skelly tries to keep you online is hilarious.
Yeah, I try to get her to
Skelly
say
brings the
dirty shit.
250. These guys bring 25 each.
Yes. And somehow we did that first show, and I was like, wow, that was, because Tim loves Marvel, Jerk loves everything. I'm right now, I'm all, I'm a McFarlane dick rider. It just made sense. What it really did. It worked out perfect, and I was like, wow, that was smooth.
dynamic.
Yeah, it was smooth. So,
Well, I knew it the first time.
like I said,
Go ahead.
no, we don't know each other in real life. Now we do.
No. Yeah, now we do.
So who
but,
knows?
But when we sat down that first time to talk, it was supposed to be a half an hour, and 2.5 hours went by, and we were like, whoa, we could have just kept talking. So I knew right away when we talked, So, and I'm even then, like, I don't really ever talk to commenters, but like I said, like once I saw that you had a channel, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I ended up just watching your shit because I'm, we're like-minded in the fact that we collect everything, you know what I mean? So and it's modern and not vintage. Like, not that many people collect everything for modern shit, so we hit it off.
Thank you, Tim. And what's great, Jerk and Ninja, we're all on the fucking East Coast, so it's what a crazy coincidence that
lucky.
we like each other.
All of it is
we got lucky. It's very unique.
We did.
So we got, I said this months ago.
No, I was going to say it's good that we like
Yeah.
each other because if we're all going to the same damn shows, that's pretty damn awkward if we hated each other.
Oh my God, that was
come on, man.
And man, I'm telling you, Ninja, when I heard your name like 3 years ago, kept hearing your name everywhere. Like this, who the fuck is this Ninja guy? Now he's on fucking Retro Blasting. Who the fuck is this Ninja guy that everyone's talking about? Then I watched your video. I was like, this motherfucker makes good fucking videos, this son of a bitch. And then you meet Ninja and you're like, now he's a nice guy. So it's like all them things come together, and that's what makes it so fucking great.
Well, here's the funny thing. When I started with Ninja because of Classified, I saw one of his Classified videos. And then I don't remember when you did a remote control or something, but when you took it outside, I was like, that looks exactly like where I fucking live. Like the
that's crazy.
The road.
The pieces
And
together.
I tried to recognize the road. I'm like,
what is it? What is his name in the U show? His name is Joe, right?
Yeah.
He was getting his Joe on, and he was piecing together.
Yeah, I was just like, that looks exactly like I know that road. So it was fucking weird. And then when I got to know Tim's like, yeah, Ninja lives like pretty damn close.
Crazy.
Like he didn't say,
so weird,
because he was being respectable. But like, when I met you and I found out, I was like, Jesus Christ.
No,
like,
that's the thing about anybody in the Tannersville area or Pocono. Yeah, like we can recognize trees and rocks.
Yeah,
it's like Jerk was looking at the gravel and he's like, that looked just like the same texture gravel that I got.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same road paving around here.
Believe it or not, it does look different, man. In Texas, you're talking about a lot of flat land, the greenery, everything was different. In Texas, bro, every piece of grass looked like it is struggling for life to stay alive. How burnt it is.
Yellow grass and shit.
Yes.
Really quick, Archie, he said, "What's up, guys?" But then
another
he
local
also said,
East Coast.
Yes, he said, "Yeah, I can hit my local shops here too. Get me the flyers." That was from earlier when he said about sending out the flyers.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get them.
He's been talking a lot, and I just wanted to give a shout out to RG real quick. That's why I'm going through his messages because I start a lot of them. He said, "Agreed, Gains. I can talk about all that kind of stuff with the Find My Figures and more, aka just when he was saying conversation." He said that I am very excited about the show, just happy to be included. And J-Max said, RG, you're local. The show wouldn't be the same without you. And I will leave it off at that. We agree.
Thank you, J-Max. Thank you for telling him the truth. Thank you.
Yeah, there are two amazingly crazy nice people on YouTube. Tim is one of them, and Archie is right there with them, man. They are two of the most solid, nice guys you will meet.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and we have something right now. You never know how long the ride's gonna last, with success, with friendships, with anything. So we can take advantage of it now and ride it out for as long as it goes and have some fun with it. A lot of us are on the East Coast. A lot of us watch 3POA, Figure Fight Club, Mega Powers, the
Figure It
Out Boys. So it's like a little family. It's becoming a huge family. So we can all, as many of you can get there in August. It's gonna come full circle, baby.
Yeah, because even if you don't like any of us, there's other awesome people on that list.
Yeah, chances are you still like Action Force or Action Figures and Mythic Legions, and go buy some shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you're gonna be right. And I'm trying to not be lazy. I'm trying to make a bunch of customs to have available, but I'm real lazy in my.
That's a lot of work, bro. It's not stickers,
It's a lot of work, man.
It's not stickers at all. And I found one of my Final Fantasy customs that's worth very, very, very well done that I made that I might bring. So, I just want to have something, maybe a few drawings or something to give away, something fun.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yes. And Collect to Disconnect uses member chat for 17 months. He said, Toygains, find me a robot.
He used his member chat to tell you to find him a damn robot. He used his member chat for the month. He's done for the month.
He needs to find himself a robot first, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out to Collect.
Oh, no, we know where to get one. You just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Watch like 3 or 4 of our shows back. That horrible Final Fantasy thing that was 1-for-1 scale.
Yep.
Oh God, that's a robot.
That's a robot.
Shout out to Collect, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. He said, Ninja, are you coming to DFW? Not going unless you do. I am 100% going, man. I'm 100% going. My the Ninja Clan made it happen for me. My subscribers, everybody made it happen for me. So yes, we will be getting on that plane and going to DFW to have a good time. I don't think we convinced Jerk and Gaines to go, but it's okay because they will be at my convention in August.
Yes, we will.
And I just, like, when I worked for the city of Newburgh, I had tenure, I had 5 years, so I had a shit ton of vacation time too. I just started this job as the Taki King of the East Coast, so I only have 1 week vacation. But next year I'll have 2 weeks, so I'll be a little more flexible as far as what I could do. You know, I can't. You know, it's tough. I can't miss a day's work, man. I don't live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, but at the end, nobody's asking you
toys and live the life that I do.
Of course, bro. Nobody's asking you for next minute. You are the provider, and from what I see, you're a really good dad, man. So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I try, man. Anybody who's, you know, Father's Day is Sunday, and being a dad to a daughter, you know, is to me a little tougher because, you know, you're always on guard for all these things in life that can make a little girl's life difficult. You know, some girl said something to her at school, and I'm like, that fucking dad in me, I was like, what'd she say? I'm gonna, you know, it's tough, but you know,
I'm gonna go wash her mouth out with soap.
Like, when things happen to boys, you tell them I'm just gonna make it tougher. Like, you gotta deal with it. You know,
I give
girls
you props,
like,
man.
I want my girl.
I don't have kids, so I'm out of this conversation.
Happy early Father's Day, by the way, Gaines.
Yeah, happy early Father's Day, everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to TK Storm, man. He said have raw dogs will travel.
Yeah,
nice. Baby. Hell yeah.
Okay, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you.
Yep. And we'll be there Saturday too. We're gonna definitely do like a hangout on Saturday with all the raw dogs.
How's this shuttle to Midtown Comics going, baby? That's Saturday, huh? I'm down
that will
for
be Saturday. So it's a few options. It's either we could go to Midtown Comics or we could go to the American Dream Mall. I personally think we would have more fun at the American Dream Mall because it is bigger, is more stuff to do, and they do have the Toys R Us and the.
What about Lace and Stilettos? Yeah. Or the Bada Bing. The Bada Bing is there.
The Bada Bing.
That's across the street.
Right there.
See, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Going to Midtown will be a nightmare.
No, let him. He's still going. You're just saying what? Go ahead,
like half of us would get lost.
Yeah.
The Bada Bing was in The Sopranos. It's you know, part of history, pop culture history. I'm not going there to look at girls.
Okay, I'm gonna pose that. Nah, look, I'm gonna pose a really good question. I want you guys to answer it honestly, right? Because this is gonna sound like a very, very, very bad joke. What do you think happens if me, Toygains, YoJoeJerk, Vala, Laser Pants,
oh god,
Talker R, D Amazing? What do you think happens if these guys all walk into the same bar, let alone a strip club together? That sounds like the beginning of a really bad World Star video. Come on, bro. Like,
it sounds like
your stupid ass.
What was that movie where all the friends had that one night where they went?
It was The Hangover.
Yeah, The
Hangover.
Hangover.
Rightfully so called The Hangover. And what Toygains is trying to do, he's trying to set everybody up on Saturday night to be absolutely miserable Sunday morning. People are going to be dragging themselves on the floor. So that's what he's trying to set people up for Sunday morning. Right? That's crazy.
He'll be the only one who's fresh in the morning too, because he's built for it. He'll
because
fuck
he's
you
experienced,
up.
right?
Yeah, he'll just be up in the morning, 4 o'clock, just ready to go. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of gray sweatpants.
Right. Let alone if Frankie makes it down. If Frankie comes down,
no. Wait.
A lot of raw people walking into the same bar. Come on, man.
Oh
yeah,
God.
he didn't say if he was gonna make it down. Where to go? Oh, he said I'm only going because of Jazz. He said he was going, but he said something else too, and I'm trying to pull it up.
I don't want to put no pressure on him. You know, I know that's a flight. I know there's some people that's coming down for a flight, but so to answer Gaines's question, yeah, we can either do Midtown or we can do. I just don't think we're gonna have the time for both. So it'll be either or. I'm hoping that this show is really fun and successful and good. And next year it'll definitely be 2 days and not just 1 day. So the possibility will be increased by 2 that someone's gonna get arrested. So thanks to Gaines.
I'm close
I have
enough
a
to
few
home
shekels
turf.
set
I can
aside
just
for-
run.
I have bail money set aside.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just saying, it's a piece of history. You might want to think about it. You can have it, you can tour the things that are famous for New Jersey, and that just happens to be one of them.
And
maybe
it's
next
just
year.
right up
Infinity.
the street,
It's across the street from that mall.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
I do like Midtown Comics is also a part of history as well. It's an awesome place. So
It's a sardine
that mall, you get
can
fucking
with a staircase that can kill you if you fall down it.
yeah, but just the area.
I see the novelty, but like to me, I hate that staircase. I don't like getting bottlenecked at the
That's what I'm
front door.
thinking. That's what I'm
Also,
thinking.
when there's more than like one other person walking up those steps, it's very close.
Oh
to
yeah,
each other.
you're done. You're done. And somebody, I'm sure people are gonna, they're gonna be drinking Saturday, having a good time. I really don't want to put them on any dangerous flight of steps.
Yeah, that too. Okay, that is a fucking.
So we'll walk around your mall.
But RG makes a really good point. That's what I'm thinking too. They really don't have much, but for some people, I know them being in Manhattan in general is an experience because they don't.
Yeah,
that's
right.
A chance. So yeah, I'm definitely understanding towards that. But I think we would have more fun at the mall because there's so many things to do. We can stop and get a break, get snacks. If anybody is already too floored, we can always get some water. We don't get those luxuries at Midtown Comics.
True.
That too.
I'll go to
People are
the
going
bottom
through the
by
tunnel
myself.
traffic tax in Midtown. Oh, I
No,
forgot
you
about
won't,
the traffic
buddy.
tax.
I'll be with you.
We got a traffic tax now. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll nail you
Okay.
across the bridge. Like just to even go there's like $50
So-
now. It's crazy.
Right.
I let
Derek.
these,
So
I let
so
these
RG
big
is
shots
right.
onto the show.
Strip club it is.
Yep.
See, this man. Gaines, me and
What?
you can sneak off and go.
Little people lappies.
What?
I needed
Those
to
little
pull it up
dopey
just for
bastards.
little
Yo, that's
people
crazy, Frankie.
lappies.
That's crazy, Frankie.
That was
Um,
great.
This is what happens when you got the big shots in the building. We stayed above like 160, 175. You guys are pulling some crazy numbers on your show, but I'm not a live channel yet. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
thank you guys for bringing all the raw dogs here and having such a good time. Jerk, can you tell them what to do? I think
They're
you
the
need to tell
best.
them. You need to tell them what to do.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I love it.
Look at that fucking weirdo
I'm gonna
maniac.
yell at you now.
Fucking
Me and
maniac.
Gaines are
Look at
gonna
that.
do a new one soon. So I
That
have
would
an
be-
idea for a new one too at the end. So
That would
I
be
gotta
great,
wait to
man.
meet up with this bastard sometime. So
Shout out to
Sci-Fi
Sci-Fi George, man.
George.
Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. And also being a channel member, man. Thank you. He said Todd even made plenty of vehicles for his 4-inch
Yes.
Superpowers line. Hasbro barely
Still
puts
is.
out accessories with
Yep.
their 3.75-inch line, and I'm more of a Marvel Legends fan.
Look at that. Sci-Fi
Good
George
point.
with a great fact. He even made a little
Yep.
Mr. Terrific vehicle.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I mean
Crazy.
that Fortress of Solitude set is nice for all your superpower shit. Like,
Yeah.
did good stuff.
Sci-Fi George, good point, because I focused mainly on the DC multiverse because that's what we happen to be talking about. But he fleshed out that superpowers line, and
Amazingly.
I don't even know
Yeah.
how much money it's making, and it's still going strong. So credit to McFarlane there.
Yeah, that dead
Yeah.
man we looked at yesterday was awesome, man. That little superpowers dead man, I was like,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, good stuff, George. Thank you for bringing that up, man. Thank you.
Also, thank you, Scott, for putting everybody's links in the bio. Scott has been posting everybody that you see, obviously, on the channel. Every information
Thank
that
you,
you might
Scott.
need is in the chat. So thank you, Scott.
Of course, Scott,
And-
he's about to start posting people's social security numbers. He got everything.
I'm
Listen,
already
and
convinced
listen,
that he has
This
that.
man.
Can't do it without the
Nick-
mods, man.
I'm 10 away from 4K subs, so help your boy out. Sub, and then you
Oh,
don't have to
come
watch
on,
my dumb
man.
ass.
Yeah, give
No
this
way,
guy
baby.
4K
10.
sub. We got over
10 away.
150. Yeah, everybody here needs to be subscribed to Toygains, man.
10 away.
Scott
Come
made
on.
it easy. Scott just put the link. You guys just click the link, please, and just subscribe. Just
Give him
click
the
the damn
4K.
link.
He's
That's
been
all you gotta
working
do.
hard, man. Working
Yeah,
hard.
man. That
I've
is
been making
awesome.
videos for every asshole out there that collects video games. McFarlane, I'm trying to hit every fucking. I might fucking start reviewing sex toys.
Your video game review was fucking awesome. Dude.
Hey,
it was.
You know,
great.
Toygains, you were probably the only
Lone
you're
Wolf
the only
Labs. Look,
person.
$9.99 for the bada bing. Look, you already got it. You want it. You
Oh
said
my
it.
god.
I like this guy.
No, of course it's gonna be Lone
like
Wolf
it.
because he's the one that brought that shit up first. So of course it would be him.
He ain't lying.
I think he would enjoy those reviews.
Right, I gotta play an appropriate one for that. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
but yes,
I've been
please
working
go
hard,
subscribe
Jerk.
to
Thank you
these
for
gentlemen.
noticing.
I mean, dude, you're consistent too, man. You do 2 videos a week, like minimum, and then you're on the show with me fucking twice a week, if not 3, when we're really putting in the work. So you are putting in the work, man, and it's showing.
The toy video making thing is tough because, I'm like anyone else. I want to see the new toy, and I'm going to watch that first, and probably not watch 15 toy reviews of the same toy afterwards. So it's tough to find a groove of what people want to see. That's why I try to throw an old toy, a new toy, and throw it all against the wall and see what happens.
But here's the beauty now. You have a core audience, so now it's time to just do what you're happy with. I don't care if somebody's reviewed something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if somebody else did the Hulk before me. I'm going to do it like no one else is going to do it. So, you know, my audience will be there for whatever I'm going to do, because they're there to hear my opinion on it, you know? So I think you're at that point where you just do wherever the wind takes you. Even with the amount of production I do, I'll still let the wind take me wherever. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you two motherfuckers, man. So while you're both here in the same stream, you got your toy. I don't think either of you write scripts, though, right? You don't go that far to detail, right?
I don't.
Yeah,
okay,
that's kind of.
But is the layout in your head, or is the layout after you are doing it? Do you think on the spot? Because you both have
I'll let Jerk
very particular ways of doing it.
Well, I have a certain rhythm I always do. Like, I'll do the box, I'll do the joke, you know, the barcode, the get it out of the box. But I like to, you know, I like to keep it the same, but talk about different things. So I would say the structure of my video is the same, but the delivery will be different every time. You know what I mean? And then I'll try to throw a loop, you know, to make it a little different. Like the conclusion on the Hulk thing. Like, I made, you know, Hulk say what he didn't like about the figure instead of me just doing my normal thing.
So that twist came up organically just during the filming of the fucking video. I clicked.
No, I think I wanted to do it like before I started the video. I was like, I want to do something different for the end and try something new. So, you know, because what I always try to do is make my next video better than my last, even if it isn't a better toy. I want better editing, better sound quality.
We're not in competition with each other. We're in competition with ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to do a better job the next time and do something new and do something different. So
his answer was really educated and really good.
Yeah,
you're gonna laugh at mine's. I'll have talking points sometimes, so I'll bullet point. Oh, make sure I bring up her yiddies. You know what I'm saying? So I have talking points, but if I find a good song, a good soundtrack, that shapes everything for me.
Really?
Like, it's something about the music. Yeah, if I could find a good song, it makes everything super easier. It just helps so much.
It does for editing, for somebody who edits around music. Like, music can really just
like the soundtracks and the scores. If I can find something, it shapes, it brings everything, it makes everything easy for me.
Think about cuts,
and,
you think about cuts, fades, everything. So I see that.
Ninja, did you go to like anything in school background, or where did you learn all this? Does it just happen through practice?
I just love doing music my whole life, and then at one point I was paying someone to shoot like music videos when I was making music years and years ago, and then I got frustrated. I said I could do this myself. So I love music and art my entire life. So no, I went to YouTube University.
Okay, I need to go there too to learn about price points. Someone called me a broke idiot.
See, don't be a broke idiot.
You need to get those financial gains.
Go to the more positive side of YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't know what a samurai is. Even though the guy was wearing a fucking Oni mask, we won't talk about that.
This muscle shirt guy that you guys, he's basically one of the co-hosts of Mega Powers, and him and Tim and this guy said he's in his
a
prime.
safety blanket.
Look, do you guys agree that he's in his prime, or is he more like Amazon Prime, like old school?
Zakanin? Zakanin's like a first of all, he's got a great. I tell Zakanin this all the time. This fucking guy, he has something you can't learn. That's a great voice. So
yeah,
I'm jealous of him for that. And his arms keep getting bigger. He keeps fucking flexing, this asshole. So yeah, I'm jealous of him for that. And then he's on every show, this fucking guy. But Zakanin's a safety blanket, man.
It makes sense, man. If he can't grow other things, you might as well grow your arms. You know. It just it adds up, bro.
You're never gonna get taller, Zakanin, ever. No matter how much
I understand the pain. I understand the pain, bro.
So the Monday nights where we go raw, where it's less production, no fucking cuts, no fucking slides, no Watto, no jerk of the week, no anything, is my biggest fear, because I'm like, all I fucking did today was sling Takis and Entenmann's cupcakes. What the fuck am I going to talk about on a Monday night? So then when I see Mikey and Zakanin, right, he's a security blanket, and he makes you feel, there's something about Zakanin that makes you feel like comfortable and safe. I can't explain.
He's got that
like everything's going to be okay.
Yeah,
like everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
No matter what dumb shit you say you do, it's going to be fine, because he's there to help pick up the pieces. Yep.
Something weird. I don't know. Something weird about it. Yeah. But yeah, so Zakanin's the best.
Yep. Shout out to Z, man. Guy. Thank you so much. Z.
The White Shadow, yes, which is also great. White Shadow is a fucking great television show. Old timey white guy coaching a bunch of fucking guys from the hood in basketball. Highly recommend. I don't know if that was a nod to that show, but
facts, Z. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. And Stu, the potato masher man, he said, Toy Tuber Expo 2026 or bust. Much love to you all. I hope so, Stu. I really hope so.
Stu, please. And please, Stu, please wear that shirt and bring that masher.
Yeah, you gotta bring the masher.
Not to know you without it.
Are you guys trying to get his ass beat in the airport? Are they going to give him any trouble? He's trying to board a plane with a potato masher.
He can mail it to me. I'll bring it for him.
You know what? That's perfect. Stu, ship it to Jerk, ship it to me, ship it to Gangs. We're gonna have one for you. You know what, bro? You've been a channel. I'm gonna have a potato masher for you. I tell you what, I'm gonna have one for you. Okay? Don't even worry about it, bro.
He said, Gaines, do you put your own hot sauce in the pork rind bag for certain neighborhoods like they do in Chicago?
That's in Chicago. I mean, that's a new
interesting.
One. No, don't do that.
Well, they fuck hot dogs up and ruin pizzas, so
I'm fucking Chicago.
Oh, their food's the worst.
He said 2026. Okay, deal. So he'll come next
we
year.
got the masher ready for you. We'll have it ready for you.
Hell yeah.
Justin Booth with his member chat for 4 months. Thank you, Justin. He said, good evening, friends. This was from way earlier, so sorry, Justin. But he said, good evening, friends. I just wanted to drop in and show some love to my homies, Gaines, Jerk, and Ninja.
Gaines and Jerk is everybody's homie, man. I'm not surprised, man. Thank you, Justin, for always supporting. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Van Morrissey with another 1999 super chat. Thank you, Van.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for supporting. And since you're throwing that change, you get to see them things.
Man, that's Saturday. I'm just gonna take the whole bakery aisle from Wawa and just.
You might as well, bro.
We have to lead the charge. That's all I ask.
Dude, there's gonna be quite a few raw dogs there. You might as well, man. Is this gonna be your first time meeting Van?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think I've met him.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we got a few people from Florida coming down.
I got a suggestion for the show.
A Wawa run.
Sponsorship.
the Kanan's idea from when he first went to his show. No, the name tags for everyone's YouTube handle, because a lot of people like Van here just have a motorcycle for their pit.
I'm already on it, bro. I'm already on it, bro.
Nice.
I'm already on it, just to make it easier for people to identify, because not everybody walks around with their logo on their sweater and shit the way I do. So I was thinking, hey, not everybody, right? Not everybody's gonna walk. It's gonna be hot too, probably. Fuck the sweaters. So I'm like, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get some very creative. Hello, my name is stickers. I got you.
Nice.
I got it. Yep.
Perfect. I knew. Listen, I know you're a smart guy, but I was just.
I try.
Figured I.
No, for anything I can't think of. That's what you guys are for. 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Morrissey. I'm excited, man. I'm excited you're gonna be there. And that's the thing. There's going to be so many of us to talk to. You guys never have to feel like at conventions. Sometimes I feel bad. I had Gaines, you guys back me up, especially at the recent ToyCon New Jerseys. But sometimes if I'm tied up with a channel member talking for 5 or 10 minutes, I feel bad when someone's just standing at my booth. They're standing at my table waiting. I genuinely feel guilty. Sure. But this scenario, it don't matter if I'm tied up for 5 or 10 minutes, because your ass is going to be tied up with the next person and your ass is going to be. So there's so many of us to have a good time with. There's going to be always something to do. Yeah. And I think one of the most beautiful things is when I see channel members befriend channel members, because that's not a toy tuber thing. These are just two guys that agree with each other, that just fucking, shoot the shit and value each other for whatever reason. Yeah. That's beautiful. Sure. Bro. Shout out to Van. Thank you, man.
Really quick, also, I just wanted to bring this up because I was excited, not necessarily to focus on his wife, but he said, I'm bringing my big booty wife, so it's on.
Oh, wow. Woody, you better back that shit up now. Now you have to. Now you absolutely have to, Woody. You know what I'm saying? That is awesome.
Yes, and then I found the message from before.
She could chill in the hotel room, bro. She don't even got to deal with everybody all night. That's what the women should do. They get to go upstairs and relax at any point.
Yes, we're gonna go to Wawa before everybody else does, so that way we can get first dibs on the snacks. But Frankie said, I finally talked to my wife into going to NinjaCon. So another lady, I'm that hype.
Wow.
So y'all need to break her up that he's not a nerd, and so this type of stuff like me. It's okay. We're gonna hang out all weekend. So
Frankie,
thank you.
You told everybody publicly, because I didn't say shit. You told everybody publicly that you were going, and now you're telling everybody publicly that you're also gonna have your lady there, bro. You gotta back it up now, bro. You can't go back on it.
Frankie said he's only going because he wants to see Jasmine. He needs boxing pointers for spiders.
I believe it.
Frankie, such a nice kid. I call him a kid. I thought Frankie was like 25. This fucking guy's
we
did too when he first became a channel member, because he's so fucking witty and so smart and fast with his words and shit. I was like, oh, he got to be younger than me. I thought that for sure.
He is so fucking what a nice fucking guy. I made a video. He sent me a voice message saying how great it was, and it's just like that shit. I mean, little weird things like that mean so much, man. So thank you, Frankie. You fucking guy. Gonna make me fucking
thank you for the super chat, bro. Look, at the same time Gaines says he loves you, he also curses you out. This is the way it goes.
I get mad at him for making me fucking feel emotional. Right. You fucking
he gets mad. He gets mad for the positive feelings. Good shit, Frankie. Appreciate you, man. And chill with the lappies, okay? When it comes to lappies, I don't want my show to be known for lappies.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Lappies at the bada bing, pretty much.
Right.
If me and Frankie got to sneak off to get a fucking few lappers and sweatpants, we're gonna do it, Ninja.
Look, see,
holding hands.
Changed it. He said lappers, right? I think lappies. I'm thinking more skinny, curvy girls. Lappers is definitely by some thick ones. That sounds thick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, chill out, bro. Chill out.
Z said Gaines gives you the sugar and then the spice.
Of course. Are you making fun? Shout out to Figure Collective, man. Again. He said just subscribe to both these guys, even though McFarlane is subjectively bad. I'll give Toygains a shot. You won't regret it, man.
Not at all.
Because look, when they are bad in a way that cannot be ignored, he speaks about it too. He gives them his fair share of shit all the time.
I'm not.
Where you at, bro? You still 10 away?
Totally. I don't know. Let me put the old fucking.
Let me get the Dahmers on.
He put on the grandpa glasses.
Yep, it's over now.
Those are nice. Stop it. He looks good with glasses. Cut out.
He does.
Professor Gates.
Gentleman. Right.
These are Malcolm X glasses. Goddamn you! That fucking guy did
Let him know,
something.
Gaines.
5 away, baby. 5 away. I'm gonna strangle my fucking dog. Can you get this?
Get that smelly bastard out of here. No, Maximus is a great dog.
I bet he is.
He's 1,000 years old, so he's got a
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you know he lives a happy life if he's that old. 100%.
Oh, he's the best, dude. I slept on Gaines's couch, and the dog just like was barking at me.
Look at that! Look
Hilarious.
at that!
I love it.
Yo,
There he is. What's up, Maximus?
Hey.
Oh man,
I can smell you from here, old
It's
man.
okay. I just want to scrub his whole
Max,
face.
what's up, Max?
Look at his tongue.
You
I know.
just hear him breathe, trying to breathe.
He said, "Trying to breathe."
I think you're muted, Gaines.
Yeah, because he was snorting into the mic. This old little.
Yeah,
fuck. He's 15 years
That's
old.
good. That's his job. That's what we want to
He's
hear.
doing great.
15.
Look
He
at
said
him.
he's 15, babe. 15.
That is
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah.
The little guys can last a long time, man.
That is awesome. That is.
Dude, I had a
absolutely
cat
Smells like
that was 20 years old, man. You
That's
know,
crazy.
I had him
Sheesh, man.
forever.
50 years old is
Forever.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
it was amazing. He was great.
Thank you for the extra co-host, man. You should have had him here in the beginning. You would have been got to your sub
He
goal.
stinks. Bro,
He
he
would have
smells
been
like
got
a
to the
strip
sub. Just
club.
hold the dog.
We got to shave his head.
Look, he's cute. Look, if anything ever goes south, right, with the missus tomorrow, make a Tinder account and just make sure your profile photo is you holding him. You'll be good.
Oh yeah.
You'll be fine.
Of course. What do you think I used to do? He's 50. I've had him when I was single. How do you think I bought this fucking
That's
thing?
probably how you
like
got hurt.
dogs.
Yeah, that's how you got hurt. Shout out to Elizabeth, man. Shout out
Sorry,
to Elizabeth.
I wasn't going back over. Frankie said Max looks like Gaines.
Shout out to
He
Elizabeth.
does.
She said I paid for the hotel and flights about 2 hours
Let's
ago.
go.
I'll be there.
Oh, that's
Yay.
Let's
fucking
go,
awesome.
Liz.
That is awesome.
Beautiful.
That is
See?
awesome. I'm excited.
What you got there, Toots?
So looking forward to meeting you.
Ryan also says that Max looks like Gaines.
Smells like him too.
Hey, and that's the good Ryan. Hey, look, that's the good Ryan saying that. That's not the toxic one. That's the good Ryan, and even he's saying it. So that got to be true.
Fucking
Oh,
smells like
man.
shrimp boat and
Scott.
socks.
He
Do us,
does, man.
Gaines,
It's
do us a
100.
favor real quick. Gaines, just stick out your tongue real
What?
quick.
Yeah, you gotta squeeze your eyeballs out of your head.
Yo,
We're the same
yo.
complexion and everything.
Thank you.
You're right. Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome, man. This is why we
fucking
freestyle
great.
here. Lunchbox killer,
Yeah,
man. What's
thank you.
happening, bro?
You
Thank
can
for
laugh
being a
at me.
channel member, Lunchbox. He said Ninja
Laughing
Clan,
with.
the lovely ladies, the raw dogs. Much love from Cali, man. Thank you so much, Lunchbox. I appreciate
Yeah.
that, man.
Thank you.
you.
Absolutely.
Lunchbox be killing it over on your channel too. I'll be seeing that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
He's a raw dog, man. Listen, seeing when you see the same names every week, as you know, you feel more comfortable with yourself. You know,
Yeah.
if they say when you do stand-up comedy, focus on one
Mhm.
person in the room. So if you get 10 people, then 20 people that are like-minded, that's why I tell the raw dogs for the road games to show up. You feel more comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. Yep, 100%. Travis, just so you guys aren't doing enough. I'm gonna need you guys to step it up for 5 days a week, okay?
Well,
I mean, technically,
Well-
if we think about it, right? Let me do some math. If Gaines is putting out
Right.
2 videos a week, they have the Mondays, they have the big show, right? So that's already
Mhm.
what, 4, 5 or more?
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
That's not even including when Jerk drops a review. So,
which is usually weekly, but I've been behind lately. So
it's all right. Me too, bro.
There just isn't anything out yet. So,
well, that's the thing. I listen to sports talk radio, which is very fucking boring. But when you drive for a living, you like to hear conversations, right?
Yeah.
They're on the same hosts are on Monday through Friday, but sports comes on every day. Of course, when you have the 4 big ones. So there's always something to talk about. I think if we had something to talk about and bring to the table every day, it's not totally, out of the question, especially if we were doing it for a living, which is
you bring up a really good point right now. You bring up a good point. I think if all 3 of us didn't focus on trying to keep everything toy related all the time, then 100% it'd be easy. But we try to keep as much toy related as possible.
Yeah,
right, because that's what your audience came for to begin with, and you don't want to alienate your audience.
Yeah, and honestly, this is what I know. This is the shit I know. This is the shit I collect, and this is the shit I can talk about every day. So,
yep. Shout out to Thor, man. Thank you so much, Thor. He said August 17th, I make 35 years with my wife. Wow. I may have to do her Ninja Con. Dude, I don't want to put no pressure. I don't want to put no pressure on you, but maybe you could make it to Ninja Con and with her, that would be awesome. But if you can make it, that would be great, because maybe you could give me some tips and patience and getting abused, because you've been going through it for 35. You've been going through it for 35 years, bro. I'm sure you got some words of wisdom. I would love to hear them in person, Thor. Thank you so much, man.
Let's celebrate all this goofy shit. If you have a mic there with speakers, like, I think we should celebrate each other as collectors, as people talk about this stuff, and have just go fucking wild, man. So I met Thor at ToyCon. Great guy too. So good for you, Thor.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some tips and pointers with him for 35 years, because that's not easy in today's day and age. That's not even me trying to be funny, cracking jokes on my ladies and Jasmine and Erica. No, I mean, we're talking about all-time high rates. We're not gonna make this a red pill talk, right? But just in general, I'm just saying it's not easy. It's not easy, man. Shout out to Thor, man. Thank you so much.
Are you gonna have a fucking mic, something like say you see something? I'm just thinking of the fucking show, man. We gotta talk, because I think there's some opportunities.
100%.
Yeah, no, for like a panel.
To be like a party.
Well, yeah,
no,
we'll
the panel
have
thing, sure.
But I have a mic where nowadays, because where technology's at, you could get just like independent mics that are louder. They have a speaker on them too.
Yeah.
But I have independent mics for maybe something that might happen on the show floor, whether it's cracking jokes, funny shit. 100%.
Okay. All right. Let's look at you. You're fucking way ahead of me.
I'm trying, bro. But I think
you know what I mean? Because say someone walks in and does something goofy, and you're just seeing it. You want everybody to fucking see it.
Exactly.
We want to have fun.
Exactly.
Right.
Talk about the levels of embarrassment when you say, "Hey, Frankie just had an accident on aisle 3." Everybody look at aisle 3. Frankie just shit himself on aisle 3.
You want the whole floor to see it.
Come on, bro. Yeah. So y'all know Gaines ain't giving y'all no levels of privacy at this convention.
None.
But
no,
I'm gonna
no.
have to do a show with Gaines, and I think that show will probably have the most female cosplayers ever. So you guys look forward to that.
I'm already trying to get you.
You guys look forward to that, man. See, come on, see what you're doing, Gaines.
For research purposes.
Come on, Gaines.
He's right. We could. I don't think we could film it. But we could.
Oh my God!
Shut your stupid ass up.
I don't know. Money can buy a lot of things.
Oh my God!
I mean, listen,
he's trying to get people kicked out.
If you're a Sopranos super fan and you present that to the fucking bouncer at the door, maybe.
Yeah. Let's give the bouncer at the door everybody's combined subscriber count. Then we can all look like somebody. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's Sir Dork guy. He has a big numbers. We'll show him his subs.
Yeah, we'll bring him along.
Yeah, him, the amazing Nerdzoic.
Yeah.
All the guys that are nice and they probably didn't want to be there in the first place. Yeah, let's use them. Put them in the front, right? Yeah.
Perfect.
Justin, man, thank you so much, Booth. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Helping the channel. Appreciate that, Booth.
Nice.
Thank you.
This about said, so you're saying I gotta break out the hot dog costume?
Yes.
He wants
Oh
to do
yeah, that was
Well-
the greatest
well-
thing ever.
Well, if Gaines brings Fred, he'll have a life-size hot dog costume.
Dude.
Yeah, it'd still be
Hey.
bigger
Fred has
than
a-
disavowed.
You stupid.
Fucking guy, man. Lucky motherfucker. That guy doesn't have a care in the world.
Nah,
That
man,
thing.
we should, like Frankie said, we should just all wear gray sweatpants.
Yes.
You're looking for
never know.
to get in trouble. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I didn't say I would do it. I'm just saying it's a possibility. That would be that, and then we all take a picture together. You know what I'm saying? Let
What?
everybody measure up. That would be crazy.
Anyways, love
That
you,
would-
Scott. We agree. Facts, Frankie. Love you, Scott. You rock. You trying to get everybody in trouble?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get everybody's wives
Bro,
to
because
come.
if the ship is going down, everyone's going down with me, bro. Why I gotta be the only one to go down? Y'all all going down
Ship
with me.
can't go down.
Like, Smudge, man, thank you, man. He said one time for me and my birthday, not for Frankie.
Right.
100%, man. I got you on a different one this time.
Happy birthday, dear friend. We sing to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Very nice.
Gaines,
Happy birthday.
you know, because I still see Gaines backstage, and it's kind of like when the first one plays and it's Mr. Rogers, everybody feels this feeling of peace, and it's just so nice to listen to him. It brings back
Oh yeah,
so many old memories. Then you got the dickhead Adam just coming in screaming, ah! Oh man,
Funny, they're both two guys that bring joy that don't have any fucking drama. That's what's so great
Yeah.
about them two
Mhm.
people. You know,
yeah.
never heard anything negative about either one of them. So that's you
Yeah.
know similar in that fashion.
Oh, well,
Oh,
we know
another
who
one.
he showed. He showed up here tonight. Yep, with the DC multiverse collecting ready, man, ready to
Oh,
defend
yeah.
Gaines. What is going
He-
on, DC
Yes.
multiverse?
He's been a
Appreciate that,
channel
brother.
member
Thank you.
for a
Look at
very
that.
long
And-
time, man.
Yep.
Thank you so
he
much.
showed up
buddy.
ready
And
to
he
rock the
collects a
Gaines,
lot of
man.
shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
man,
And
that
he's
is
a-
awesome, man.
I like that. I like
I was
him. I
trying to
also
pronounce his last name. this
friends with
whole
him on Facebook, and I get to see. Good guy.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did you ever think that you would start to recognize as many of these names? I've always had bad memory my whole life, so that's why I'm asking. Did you guys think that your platform would grow to the point where you're literally memorizing or recognizing, putting names to icons and pictures at least 20, 30 different times during one show?
No,
Yeah,
No.
I never even
Because
it
I-
never
I'm-
even crossed my mind. But you know, when people start engaging you, you remember. You know, it's different than when you're watching a live stream with the chat. But when it's filled for questions for you, you know what I mean? Like you start remembering it happens. And I got a shitty memory.
Yes.
Like I really
Yeah.
do for like
Me
I have
too.
a-
for like short-term things like names.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
fucking
I'm horrible.
terrible, but for some reason, names stick out in chat for me now. I just see them every week, twice a week. I see them commenting on my
Yes.
videos. You just remember. And then certain people just have
Good
a
and bad.
certain cadence of talking, and then
Yeah, yeah.
you know, you
Even
just,
through how they type, yes,
Yeah.
you can still hear it.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. What about you,
Mhm.
Gaines? You thought you would remember so many names?
No, and I really didn't think that many people would. I don't say would like me because I think I'm some type of an asshole or anything, but the toy hobby, there's a lot more just guys like us than I expected, and I'm so grateful for that
Yes.
because I wasn't a recluse, I wasn't some shut in. I was a strip club guy and a workout guy and a sports guy. I just happened to also like fucking toys. So for somebody, I don't, not normal isn't the word. I don't know what the fucking word is, but to see all these names that keep coming back and you recognize them, like I just like Jerk said, my short term memory is kind of fucked up. But like Travis Wilcox, I've been fucking with this guy now for a year. He's like it's almost like I know the guy. Like I went to school with him. It's very, very, very unique, very cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good example. It's kind of like we feel like we went to school with a lot of these people, because that whole go to school feeling is, hey, I might not see them right now. They might not be in my face, but I know them. I went to school with them.
Yes, and I told a story on Raw 2 weeks ago about how you go in the woods, you find the local woods to play guns or play tag or hide out in the woods, do whatever the fuck. And often you'd stumble upon somebody's like porn collection that they hid in the woods. And so many people had a similar fucking story, and it became like a funny thing. You know, we were the Gooners and not the Goonies. But then it felt like those kids were now like in my neighborhood with me. Like we had the same childhood
experience.
You share right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you might not have been together, but you had that same kind of experience. So.
Yeah. Now that's crazy that you brought that up, man. I got an experience just like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. And nobody would ever think to say it.
And I never spoke about it. No. I just
and then
you like, I walked to the back of the park and somebody obviously was
right
having fun on a bench
back then.
Because there was magazines on the bench that they left there. Yeah. And I didn't want to touch them like that. And I remember I kicked them over with my feet, and I was trying to turn the pages with my sneaker because I didn't want to touch them. I've always been like really crazy with germs, but I was so interested to see what was on the next page. But you know, some of the pages were stuck together. You know what I'm saying?
There and tap.
No. Exactly.
Turning the pages. It's great.
Figure collective, 100%, man. Lucky. We're very, very lucky, and we're appreciative too.
Oh yeah,
very appreciative.
This is true.
We've never heard anyone talk about how they were the ones that lost said porn in the world.
Yeah, that person's never going to admit to losing that porn.
No, those are the real MVPs.
Well found. That original guy who stole that magazine from their parents, or I assume they stole it from the fucking local A+ or liquor store.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they ran into the woods, got their little rocks off, and then threw some leaves over
it. Couldn't take it home.
No, you can't take it. No.
Yeah, you can't take it home. You get caught with that shit.
100%. Yep. It does feel like I can't wait for lunch to hang out with my friends, and the work day is the class. 100%. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still.
Yeah. Big facts. I just call them masher.
Yes. The masher.
John, man, thank you for using your members chat. I appreciate you. 14 months is a long ass time, brother, so I appreciate the support. He said, Ninja, Erica, and Jazzy, if I may call you that, I can't wait to meet you all tomorrow. Sorry the wifey can't make it. She had plans already. John, I said it during my last live too, and we messed up when we first said we would be there tomorrow. I let Blake and J-Mac know already, and on the last live I brought it up, but tomorrow is our little one's, it's her birthday, so we're spending the whole day based around her, and we're not going to have time to drive because it's like a 4-hour drive for us. We're not going to have time to spend 8 hours in the car tomorrow. If it wasn't her birthday though, I 100% plan to be there, but as soon as I realized and I remembered it was her birthday, I felt bad. I messed up, man, but it's her birthday tomorrow, so yeah, we'll be there. We'll be hanging out with her tomorrow. So we're going to have to catch you on the next one because I'll definitely be at the next one. Blake is going down to this one too, man. So I know I'm missing out. J-Mac's going to be there. A ton of good people are going to be there. Appreciate you, John.
Nice.
Duarte said, all I know is Toy Tuber Expo is going to be lit. I'm working on some fire right now that's going to make heads explode. And if anybody missed it on the podcast yesterday, Duarte is going to have an exclusive.
Yes, we will have. He will have a show exclusive.
Wow.
And yeah, it's going to be a great time, man. I can't imagine what his table. If anybody's seen his table at other shows, I would go to Gaines' show just because it's Gaines, right? But just knowing that I'm going to be able to see whatever's on Duarte's table at Gaines' show, that makes the trip worth it.
I agree.
I see multiple people walk up to Duarte during Gaines' show and be like, I had to see a table. I just want to see the play sets, the setup, everything.
Unbelievable.
Duarte makes functional art. Like it looks like an art piece. When you handle it, like a product. That porta potty that I have of Jerks, it looks just like a fucking porta potty, but when you handle it, it feels like a product that a company would make, if they were selling diorama pieces like that. So Duarte is, man, quality stuff, man.
Artist.
Look at
Look
that.
at this.
Look at that, man.
Look at that. He
That
melted
shit is
it.
Crazy.
Yeah, like this
Yeah,
is
let
amazing.
me bring you up. Let me bring you
Yeah.
up big screen. Give me a second. Let me see.
Yeah. Because, like, I was eyeballing this the whole time, man. And I was just like, I got to get one. I got to get one. And then I just kept forgetting. And, yeah, like, this is like a centerpiece for my fucking videos now. The little fucking dumpster with all the toys in it. So, I'm here. I'm shrinking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but look at the level of detail this man puts into his fucking work, man. Let's stickers. Nobody does the rust like him. And I mean, look at that. He even did all the dirty garbage bags. Like, how amazing is that? And then the lids are melted along to fit with the front. Like, it's amazing. Like, you couldn't ask for better. Even dirties up the back. Doesn't chinch out. So.
And they look just fucking like that.
I love it. I can't wait to get that porta potty from fucking Gaines. I can't wait.
Yeah, that looks awesome. That's like I said, I go to Gaines' shows regardless, but him being there just adds the plus, the cherry on top.
And that's I said I have to have him there. I told him, I was like, I don't care how I have to get you there. I'll help you fucking set up, give you a deal on tables.
Right, and you should.
There.
Right, because especially if you're like around my height, which is just regular normal people height, he makes apartments. So I call them play sets, but they look kind of like apartments when you see his shit. Like, there's just these big ass extravagant. It really reminds me of like the New York Comic-Con displays from like Hasbro and shit like that. They have the best dioramas, the biggest dioramas. He brings that shit there when he goes. It's beautiful. Brother says, "How I gotta give me a dumpster." My wife loved his dumpsters as well and works for a waste management company and showed her boss. That, hey man, that speaks volumes. Yeah, that speaks volumes, man.
Yeah,
that is awesome. And then I'm trying to wrap up, guys, because I know I feel bad. We've already been here for 2.5 hours. This always happens when we're on the show together. We just go back and forth. It's such a good fucking time. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I love it, man. I love talking.
Thor just sent a super chat to say this. He said, "Been to Napa Roll 3 times." Well, Thor,
he seemed like a nice guy. I mean, he can still be nice.
Appreciate you, Thor. Thank you. Thank you, man. And Scott has been dropping Gaines's link and both of them. But guys, he's 5 away. Go sub to Gaines, man. Go sub to Gaines. 5 away.
He fucking deserves that 4K, man.
RP, man, he said, "Hello, first time here and enjoying listening to your 3 different perspectives." Thank you, RP. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for saying that. I noticed when I look at the stats and statistics, we do get a lot of people and a lot of just silent people that just watch. They never comment. Thank you for putting that out there, and thank you for enjoying that. We do have different perspectives, but we still do really appreciate each other. We appreciate our different perspectives. So that's awesome, man. Thank you, RP.
That's the toys are the things that we have in common with. So how can you argue about something you haven't? Like, I see it with people who love sports all the time. They get fucking mad at each other. It's like, well, you both like baseball. Why are you arguing about? You could have a disagreement.
Dude, isn't it so crazy when one person you see, because we've seen these guys, when one actually says, "Since I like Marvel, I can't like DC," or "Since I like DC, I can't like Marvel." Yeah, that is one of the most elementary thought processes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what the worst? I'm into a lot of different things, video games. I even collected cards at one point. The video game people are the fucking worst. Now, I have PS5, the Series X, and I'll eventually get a Switch too, because I want to experience each different system. But the fact that in 2025, people still argue about which is better and PC is the master race and the best thing. Who gives a fuck? You're all playing video games. You know what I mean? Like, you all have that thing in common. So it's like, talk about the fun parts. Oh, baby, I'm right there.
You are right there. You're right fucking there, buddy.
Oh, man, that is awesome.
Listen, funny, too, the YouTube thing, you'll get 100 subscribers off one video and be like, holy shit. Next thing you know, you get 100 in a month, and you're like, holy shit.
You don't know exactly.
4K.
Yeah. One week you get 100 new ones. Next week you get 5.
Yeah.
It's just a game.
Right.
It's literally just a game. This is very true. He said, Father Son Galaxy, man. He said, hoping to make the show just to say thank you to all you creators for the hours of entertainment.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Listen, it's a give and
He's
take
awesome.
too. We always say this, without people watching, we wouldn't fucking make this stuff. So Father Son, I see you everywhere. I see him in chats that with some wacky show I watch with like 10 people watching, and me and Father Son are 2 of the 10. So you know, give and take.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, Father Son. Yeah, I think I met him before at one of these shows. He's awesome
Nice.
guy. I always love the photo. Yeah, that was a few years ago. Yep. That was awesome. Thank you, Father Son. This is facts too. This is big facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike.
I should have did this. Yeah, that is big facts, man.
Y'all all need to stop what you're doing and go find Gaines' thing and follow him, please. We need to get him that one last follow.
Subscribe to Gaines'. Yep.
It'll be
Subscribe
fun
to
to get it
Gaines'
before the
YouTube.
show ends.
Please.
Here's my
man.
Fortnite
Subscribe
partner.
to,
This is fun.
Scott has been dropping the link, man, just to make it easy and convenient. Action Figure Addict, thank you, man. He said, I'll see you in a Find My Figure Ladies in 2 weeks at DFW. Ninja, you will get a photo this year, I promise. I'm not believing shit until it happens. I'm not gullible. Make it happen. Make it happen. I'm not believing your words. Make it happen, man.
I play Fortnite with that kid now. This is you know.
Yeah, dude, I play Fortnite with him too. I didn't know you was on Fortnite. We got to
You
get
play
on, bro.
Fortnite with him too.
Yeah, I play Fortnite with Kyle all the time.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I got to do it again. We haven't done it recently since the new season, but
the new season is fucking really fun.
it is. She they both like it a lot. They missed the ships, of course, because the Star Wars ships were the only fun thing about that season. But they missed the ships. But it is really fun.
Gaines, you have to get
how often do you get on, Gaines?
I want to be on right fucking now, but I had to do a big show.
Damn.
You know what? Matter of fact, the show is done. We have to leave.
Yeah. We're about to all get on Fortnite.
Gotta go.
Look, Duarte, damn, they play Fortnite too.
Yeah, right. Look at that. Duarte be on Fortnite too.
Yo,
Fortnite crew.
14. Add me, baby.
Huh?
I love Fortnite. It's so fucking. It gets me pissed sometimes, but it's really
look.
fun.
Duarte
You
said
play
he
builds?
I gotta get your
kills right now. So we don't play builds though. We play zero
I'll play
builds.
anything. I don't
Zero
like. I don't like build, but if I have to play it, I'll play it.
No.
Okay, but you prioritize zero build.
Yes.
Look, this was
Yes.
meant to be. This was. I need a
Let's get it.
gay love.
Show's
I need a gay
over.
love me. I need a gay
the
love
show's
me,
over.
man. This was meant
Let's
to
go.
be.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Oh my god. Yeah, it's already 11:30. So as far as the private channel members, I think we're gonna do have that private live on Sunday. I got to see what Frankie's doing. If anything, it'll be later, so we're not interrupting anything that Frankie might be doing on Sunday. So if you are a channel member, we will be doing the private live on Sunday, more than likely. Mick Snipes. What? What?
No, I just lost to Sabrina Carpenter and Color. For anybody
If I
that doesn't
see
know,
someone with
terrible, right?
Yes.
Sabrina Carpenter,
Dude.
literally terrible. The squads
if
of
I
them are
see
ridiculous.
if you see a rapper or some pop singer, run away from them. They are going to
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Juice
Right.
WRLD skins, the Travis Scott skins. Yeah.
Z, you play Fortnite too? Let me find out.
Oh baby, let's
You're
go.
about to start
Yeah, what the
scheduling
hell is
instead of
going
live.
on, man? That is
Fortnite-
crazy.
What do
That
they
is
call
so
it?
crazy.
I'm gonna have the only girl moment right now. But what do they call it when everybody gets together and they just play the video games, but you switch people out based off, well, not a tournament, literally, but you like switch people out because now we got so many people that play Fortnite
I don't know.
together.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll all be in the same party,
That'd be
but just flop out. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking I don't need to spend extra money and go to Midtown. I just need to bring a 70-inch flat screen in the lobby of the hotel.
Or
That's what I need to do.
let's
Come on,
do multiple
man, like,
projectors
yeah,
and add the
dude.
systems.
Right. So Gaines is going to need to have a little gaming setup at his next convention.
I
Because
know, man.
if you have 4 or 5 little flat screens set up, dude,
That's it.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
That's it.
If you can play without building, I'm down.
If you can
Saturday,
play without building, I'm down.
Can we get Fortnite group going? That's funny.
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
know.
best.
Everybody plays Fortnite like that. That's dope.
Guys.
Also, yes, happy early Father's Day to everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Anthony.
you.
Happy early
Yes.
Father's Day to
Happy
everyone.
early Father's Day. Gaines, where you at? Where you at on the subscribers? Look, if you're in the chat, I'm telling you, you will not regret
One away from
subscribing
4K,
to this guy. You will not regret it. Let me see.
Especially
yeah.
one away.
Okay.
Especially if you like video games. Listen. Let me hype up my stupid channel.
Yes.
I started a new series called Video Games. Very clever, I know.
That is clever.
I actually love that.
Thank you so much. The first one was the Atari. Then I just did Nintendo. Next is the Sega Genesis, and then obviously Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, PS2, because I've owned all of them within the launch window. So it's going to be my experience of how I felt with the system when I first got it. Maybe a little story on how I acquired the system. There's fun little cutaways. I got my editor, Optimus Trice, worked on the Nintendo one. Most of my videos are just me having fun talking about a toy, but the video game ones, there's a little extra layer of that flair, like these two gentlemen do to the video. Little higher production. So you're not going to come to the toys.
Okay, so it's on the same channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Nintendo one, man, has done really well, and that's credit to Optimus Trice.
His buddy did a great job of shooting and editing that. Like,
It worked, Gaines.
top notch.
It worked.
Yay! Congrats, buddy.
That is awesome, bro. Thank you.
Oh,
Everybody in the chat, thank you so damn much. Thank you so much. Gaines, you take it away, bro.
4,000.
I'm sorry.
That 4,003.
Hey, you went above it.
Yeah.
I know, went above it. Really fucking cool. Thank you. And watch the video. You subscribed, watch the Nintendo video. It's a fun video. I really appreciate this. So this was a great night. Great way to start the Father's Day weekend. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then also, so everybody remembers, the 3POA is having their 100th episode tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good weekend.
I'm finding that
Gaines got to
robot
4K tonight. Everybody's gonna get on Fortnite and chill now. Tomorrow we get some 3POA. We had the good Ryan in this chat. We'll get the toxic Ryan tomorrow.
Good Ryan says I've been with Gaines since like 400 subscribers. Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. Congrats on 4K, man. Everybody loves you, Gaines.
For everyone.
I told you. Joe came up to me and was like,
Yo,
we need to
Big
make
Dick
sure that
Freddy
guy's
is
at
here.
the show.
Yo, wait.
Hey.
It's Big Dick Freddy.
Yes, Freddie, what's
Big
going
Dick
on,
Freddy.
bro? What is going on? Freddie says, shout out to my boy Gaines, doing what he loves with you guys. Couldn't pick a more passionate person to do this podcast with.
Freddie.
Congrats on
Hell
4K. That is
Hell
from
Fuck
BD
me,
Freddie Fox.
Tell him about your dick.
Yep.
If you know, no, don't do
The
that.
tripod
Freddie.
himself.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Freddie. If you need to know what BD stands for, this is BD Freddie Fox. Go
figure it out.
Go over to watch the Mad Dogs. All right, watch the Monday Night Raw. You'll find out what BD stands for. Shout out to Freddie, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for showing love. Thank you. That's us,
That's
man.
funny.
The 300. We stand together, man. We stand together.
Yes.
White claws for everyone. Congratulations, Toygains. I hope you make it. He's going to. It's just only a matter of time.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, thank you. Yeah. If Lord willing, if I'm still here 10 years, I'll hit 8K maybe. But
Stop.
4K is great. Thank you so much, man.
Thor said he doesn't mean people like me. He doesn't mean us. Okay. Appreciate you, Thor.
Freddie.
That is awesome,
Listen,
man.
Freddie,
Guys,
he knows this fucking.
Guys, thank you so much. I kept you hostage for 2 hours and almost 40 minutes. I appreciate you. We had such a good time. I'm normally getting off of wrapping up my private members live at this time. That's how much fun I had here with you guys. And either of you are welcome to join me on Sunday. Just know the talks get a little bit more risky and deep over there. Nothing's monetized. It is a little bit more. There is less caution tape over there.
It's
so
diddy-fied.
Yeah, it gets diddy-fied. It gets diddy-fied over there. So if you are a channel member, we are doing that live Sunday nights, Father's Day night. I just want to talk to the channel members and have a good time. I appreciate you guys so much, man. And Gaines, do you have anything coming up that you want to let the people know about?
Well, Video Gains is every 2 weeks, so not this week. Next week will be Genesis. Whatever goofy new toy I buy. I might review an old NECA figure that has a lot of posability and is unique because of that. And of course, Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night Thunder. And I just wanted to thank you, Ninja, for this opportunity as always. I think this is the second time I've been on this show with Jerk, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone for getting me to 4K. Take care. Have fun.
Appreciate you, man. What about you, Jerk? You got anything coming up? What's on the schedule?
I am probably going to hold off this week on a video because next week I'll have all the 4 Joes coming out and Crystal Ball. So I'm doing prep work. I'm doing shorts and all that shit. I keep sending them the Gains for approval.
Dude, you're switching up the live streams every week, bro. That shit is work, man. Credit to you. Nothing but respect, man.
Thank you.
Do any of you guys collect dinosaurs?
I do. It's got to be the right dinosaur, but
because this was at our Target.
No shit.
It was at our Target, bro. So
shit.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So eventually I'll probably open that up on Father's Day, Sunday with the channel members and just have it showtime. Like I said, you guys are welcome to that show. Just know it gets a little risky. Right up Gaines's alley. I'm afraid he's gonna get beat up by the missus if she's watching that show.
She came out of that room. She gave me a fucking stare like she was gonna punch me in the fucking mouth. I don't know what I said.
Oh,
she's back in fighting mode. She's
such a bombshell, bro. Dude, she's such a bombshell. I'm sure her stares look nice to you at this point. You like them.
They do. Gets me going. I want to hold her up like a fucking pretzel, baby.
Flutters like a dead bird.
Yeah, that is hilarious, man. He gets a chub. He gets a chub just from the stairs.
I get it.
Just from the stairs. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. I'm just making sure we're caught up
Lone
with
Wolf
the chat.
Labs, he said, great show. I would have been more active. Been painting stuff for Toy Tuber Expo all night. Congrats on the 4K.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, brother.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm sorry. I don't know. I took it off by mistake. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Lone Wolf will be there. I got to make some new promos for the show. I'm going to be adding a bunch more vendors, a bunch more creators. It's coming along very, very nice, man. But shout out to Lone Wolf Labs. You guys will see his logo on some of the upcoming promos. Great show. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. Thank you guys for being here. I know you try to wrap stuff up quick sometimes, and I feel very appreciative anytime you guys give me hours of your damn life.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so much, man.
No,
I had
for
fun,
having
man.
me. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. Great show.
Yeah. Facts. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for getting Gains to 4K plus. You know, we got to throw in that little extra plus because it actually does make a difference, man. Thank you guys so much. I got to play these guys.
Already climbing towards 5 now because of that.
Exactly. Appreciate you guys. Like I always say, life is short. Try to appreciate it more than you complain about it. That's my little outro. It's not as good as theirs, but that's why we got them. Right?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Toygains, you and me, baby. Toygains, I can't take it anymore. It's Toygains.
I had to do it. I had to do it on the way out. Everybody loves Gaines's intro. Everybody, man. Had to do it on the way out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for showing love and showing up like always.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review.
Toys R Us kid.
They got the best for so much less.
You'll really flip your lid.
From bikes to trains to video games.
It's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz.
I don't want to grow up, cause baby, if I did,
I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Once a Toys R Us kid?
always a Toys R Us kid.